All right, folks, number 86, SF Comic Book Co., the SF Company Hour. We got Davis here. We got Max Efron Grayson. We got the Black Widow full spoiler review coming up a little later. Taskmaster. Taskmaster sucks. All right, folks, there is no return from 86. Welcome to SF Company Hour. I am Ray Doomzilla, your host with the least. Joining me today, Davis, the triumphant return. Look at professional setup. You can actually hear him. You can actually see him. There's no delay. There's no echo. Davis, welcome to the show for the first time. How you doing?
It's good to be back in, full color and everything. Yeah.
You just made a nice time jump in the TV world. You went from
exactly.
Now you're on the digital world. It's great.
He was sending his opinions by telegraph and shit,
Maximum effort. Grayson got his otter pops. He's happy. He's licking himself like his cat. He's got his Robin shirt on. This is prime Rick right here. He needs a bottle of something.
I'm in a good mood, man.
All right. Well, don't worry. We'll get you out of that. I still have your trigger words to set you. That's coming soon.
You know what? I totally forgot about that. Now I'm scared.
I've been adding
it all
the time.
There's a lot of words, Davis. I think he said 27 is the magic number for me, but goddamn, he said yeah.
You want the first four?
No, nothing. No,
not ready for that. Not on my episode. Save that for its own thing. Come on, that'll just go on for like 5 hours.
We'll save that for Hondo's episode. Yeah,
there you go. Yeah, Hondo's one of the words probably.
Hondo's like 3 of the words. I got 3. Yeah, but already, it's already blown up already. Everybody's excited. What's up, fellas? What, Johnny Boy? Rerum trading, first to say first, second to say first. Missed it by one. Johnny got you. He got you. An hour early today, which is an hour early today because why the hell not? We're doing it today.
We're going for them East Coast fans. East Coast.
We want the East Coast rub, man. Here, that's what we're trying to do. John Conroe and Demon Accords.
Ooh.
Okay, look it up, Rick. Krista, hi, professional nerds. That's it's on our business card for sure. Lori, what's up? Brandon Meow, Lori. Just don't mention French directors to Rick.
I think if you'd mention specific directors, I might it might be a few Italian ones that will definitely get like Roberto Benigni. Come on.
Gerard Depardieu. Yeah.
I like him as an actor. He's authentic.
Authentic. All right. So we're gonna go through a few things today. Let's see. Well, let's get some of the sad stuff out of the way because we want to talk happy stuff. All right. So some sad news. Charles Robinson passed away. Charles Robinson, of course, he was Mac on the great show Night Court for many, many years. I would say almost between him and Bull, I think the heart of the show. Really, if you have never watched Night Court. Just a hell of a show, fun show, one of my favorites. And then just did every goddamn sitcom ever created. He was on everything. Looking at his IMDb, just like TV show after TV show. It's like too many to damn list. But he anytime he showed up, always had a smile on my face. It was cool to see him show up and just kind of just that smile. Look at that damn smile, man. He was a great conscience on Night Court. He was, he was the conscience of that show. He was the even keeled. What was his role on the show? What was his? He was the.
I think he was the court clerk.
Court clerk. Yeah, that's right. Okay,
the court clerk.
Yeah, he was just that Night Court. If you haven't seen Night Court, what a great show. Great dude. Surely gonna be missed. Definitely just one of those guys that showed up and everything. I'm just looking like everything. He had a big role on Home Improvement for a while. In movies he would do movies here and there, but mostly it was TV. He was a TV actor for the most part. Davis, were you a Night Court fan at all?
I mean, I watched it a little bit back in the day. I don't have quite the memory for it as Rick does. When I saw this guy's credits, I was like, wow, I think Rick has brought up Night Court on every episode I've been on now. I can't wait to hear what he says this time.
Yeah, either me or Rick. Yeah, we love that show. That's one of my favorite 80s sitcoms. Like, yeah, I mean, we've been waiting for it to come on stream. They're doing on Peacock, I believe. They're doing a reboot, and they still don't have the show. Like, they're not showing the old show for some reason. Like, if you want to get people excited about Night Court, you better show the old one, because that's, people are gonna tune in to see what next phase of the storyline is, because you can't find them anywhere. I think they were released on DVD for the most part, but you can't find them anywhere. Rick,
they were on streaming for a few years.
On what streaming service?
I forgot, dude. Honestly, it could have been. It could have been like it's the Tubi that you don't like. I fight through this shit. I love the show. I sit through the fucking commercials. I fucking love Night Court, dude. And like you said, Mac was the conscience of the show. He would always, sometimes he did the conscience, like with the whole Quan Lee thing, which was fucking hilarious, because his character was a Vietnam vet who, when he came back and rotated back into the world, became a courtroom clerk and adjusted back to not military life, but he was funny as shit, dude. And like you said, Ray, the heart of the show, him, John Larroquette, because John Larroquette, it's like you get like that movie Inside Out. You have each one of their fucking personalities. Like fucking John Larroquette's, if it's his Herman's head, that motherfucker's lust, and it's just they all had their own fucking like character traits, which was pretty fucking sick. And yeah, Mac was I think I saw him in some other movies. I'm not sure if I saw him in
you look at his IMDb.
Was it Barbershop? Was it one of the
stuff,
Barbershop movies last I saw him in? But it's a trip when he like shows up. I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking Mac. But see, and that's the one thing you'll always say. That's Mac.
Yeah.
That's Mac. That's what he was known for. He was known for his Mac.
Yeah.
And I love Night Court. Trust me, the day it comes on to streaming, everybody's gonna hear about it.
I'm watching that shit. Yeah, I'm watching it all the way through.
It's some heart fucking felt episodes in that shit. A lot of shit that they dealt with. It's a cool show, man. Too bad, like sitcoms, it's more about like how many viewers instead of like sometimes like good writing. It sucks. They have to try to fucking get the viewers' attention, so it's with some weird ass storylines and shit. It's weird, but yeah, okay. I just want good writing. Good writing always wins out. Good writing always wins out.
True. All right. So if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate just give us a thumbs up. Follow the channel, SF Comic Book Co. online, on the Instagrams, the Facebooks, all that crap, all that good stuff. Oh man, everybody's blowing up. Here we go. Let's see. Krista, R.I.P. Charles, Mr. R.I.P. Mr. Wonderful. Oh yeah, Paul Orndorff passed away this week too. Yeah. R.I.P. Gold Dirty Bastards. I think they're going on tonight. Gold Dirty Bastards. If you like some sports news talk, I think they're going on tonight. I don't know. Perhaps we don't know. Like, let us know in the comments if you guys are going on. John Larroquette, protect them at all costs from Lori. Pretty much that's all I have now on that show. Like, who's left for Night Court, man? Like, everybody, all the cool people are there. I think Bull's still alive, right?
Bull, yeah, I think he's still alive. Richard Moll's still alive.
He's up there. He's got to be up there.
Oh shit! Wait, hold on. Our
is he alive or dead? Our favorite game is he alive?
Favorite game show.
He's alive. He's alive.
All right.
Davis, alive or dead? Richard Moll.
Oh, I'll be an optimist for once and say alive.
All right. We all said that he's alive, and Richard Moll is alive. He is 78 years old.
Damn, 78. Yeah, I wonder if he's gonna be a part of that show somehow. Yeah,
maybe I hope so. A mentor.
Maybe he's like the trainee for the security guys there or something like that. Like just he doesn't have to do like have him sit behind the desk.
Dude, what if he ends up owning the fucking cafeteria, which would be fucking
that'd
crazy.
Be cool. Just him behind the counter. He doesn't have to do just sit there and just have a little quip here and there. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Bull.
The cafeteria would be nice for him.
Who else is alive though? Like a couple of the girls are still alive. All the ones that
Marky Post is definitely still alive. Who else? Marsha Warfield, John Larroquette. That would be. Wouldn't that be like the main? I wonder if no, he passed. Well, he passed away in the show. I don't know if he passed away for real, but you can't bring him back. Was Dan's fucking slave?
Manservant.
Yes. No. Yeah. Well, that's not the way Dan said it. But like, but yeah, that shit was hilarious.
Oh yeah, RIP. I'll probably check out the show. I don't have high hopes for it because usually they're reboots. Reboots or restarts are kind of hit or miss. But hopefully it's a more Cobra Kai than fucking Saved by the Bell. So we'll see.
If it goes more Cobra Kai, where they actually like she has like a little hint of magic to her, and maybe she some weird way inherited her dad's love of Mel Torme, like these records remind me of my dad, all that shit. I'd fucking love that. That's smart writing. Just it's knowing the character where she came from and like instilling all of that history still in the character.
Yeah, we'll save it for the Night Court review. All right, the Night Court
coming, man.
Johnny, sucks how you have to pay $30 for Black Widow. We've had this discussion before. You can go
if you're smart, you don't.
Yeah, you go out to the theater. Pay. Go to a matinee and you pay like $10. So it's yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what, dude? I mean,
you're paying for the app itself. Yeah, you're paying, but that's a premium if you want to see the movie early.
Seeing it at home, like you said, seeing it at home is the premium. Yeah. They want you to go to theaters, man. Things like this should be watched in theaters. I'm not saying Black Widow probably should have been.
We'll discuss it early. We have a lot to say about Black Widow later on. Some positives, and not all negatives. I got a lot of positives for Black Widow, but some negatives. Some things that took me out of it. But Gabriella, what's up, Gabriella? An hour early? What is this madness? We're just trying to see who's around, who's alive and awake. So, gold dirty bastards, don't pay for Black Widow. Wait till it comes out on Disney Plus for free. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of agree with that, and I disagree with that at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird.
I just want to see movies on the big screen. At least even decent, like halfway decent movies. I still want to see some decent on the big screen. Gen Expectations. What's up, Gen Expectations? Ordendorf trained with Iron Sheik. He loved that Bubba. Yeah, he posted right away when he passed away. Iron Sheik did. Yeah, he was a big fan. They were close for sure. Mr. Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful, man. Paul Orndorff.
Paul Orndorff.
Main evented WrestleMania 1.
Yep, that's true. Yeah. So we'll do another quick little sad news. Take this off right here. Some quick little sad news. Let me take this off too, man. This show's all over the place. Hold on. Banners. There you go. I'm learning. There you go. All right. So this week we found out that Comix Outpost, now known as Comix Experience Outpost, is closing its doors. It was Comix Outpost for a long time. A few years ago, I believe this about 7 years ago, Brian Hibbs, the owner of Comix Experience, bought it and kind of wanted to keep it open, keep it alive, because there's so few comic shops left in the city. So he kept it open as long as he could. So he wrote a message and kind of put it out there that they're going to be closing towards the end of the year. I believe they're going to be stay open for at least one more free comic book day in October, and they're kind of going to be shuffling. They're going to focus more on their Divisadero store. So I won't leave a full quote. If you want to see the quote, it's online about talking about. But he kept it open as long as he could because it was going to be it was going to be closing anyways. So at least he kept it open for a few more years. So good for them. And they're going to focus more on the Comix experience on Divisadero. So it's sad to see another comic shop close. A Comix Experience Outpost. I know Rick, you frequented that spot for a few years. Our buddy Matty, he was going there for a few years. It was just cool to have that comic shop kind of in the neighborhood. There's so few of them left. We still have Amazing Fantasy right here, Frank and Amazing Fantasy, Leaf at Mission Comics. They have Isotope and Comics and Card Central on Gary with Daryl over there. So we still have a bunch of comic shops. So they're giving customers the option to have their pull list go over to the Divisadero store, or they listed all the other comic shops in town too. So there's not that many of them left. So if they're cool about hey, they're gonna throw some people some business maybe. So hopefully this picks up. People sometimes take this as an opportunity to stop collecting. Like, my comic shop's closing, I'm going to stop collecting. I remember when Al's Comics closed, I had the same feeling. It's like, I don't really need to collect comics anymore. Al's is closed, and that was my shop for so long. But it's sad to see it go. Rick, you have any fond memories of the Comic Outpost over there?
It's, you know what? It's one of those spots where I was able to, when I'm in the neighborhood, but I frequented often because I was in the neighborhood often, going around that whole area. It's nice to stop into a comic book shop where, like, I've been to a few where the guy's just like, here, yeah, whatever. He doesn't even want to talk to you, and I'm sure you know which person I'm talking about. And some of these guys, they just get it, and they're just fun to talk to. I'm glad that in the limited times I've been there, like Frank, I just hearing him talk about some of the stuff, you can hear the passion in these guys, and they're just like us. And you can tell who the fakes are and who are not when they start talking, and you can hear just the love about it. And most often than not, yeah, at the Comix Experience, yeah, right there at that spot, it was always a good experience, man. It was always good. Because the thing is, even when you're walking around, they're like, "Yeah, can I help you? Yeah, I'm looking for this book," and they're like, "Yeah," and then they're like, "Oh, I just read that," and then they start talking about it without spoilers, being the comic guy they are, and they don't want to give spoilers right off the bat. If it was me, I'd spoil everything. That's why I never got hired at a comic book store and shit.
Yeah, come on, they don't want another Dante. Yeah. David, did you ever experience the Comic Outpost or Comic Outpost?
I did. Yeah, I'd go there every now and then. It was a great little shop. Sadly, I don't live in the Bay Area anymore, but I went there several times during the pandemic before you could kind of go to the window, to the door, and ask them or call in and see if they had it and pick up stuff. So I did that a couple times, various books. I found some of the Usagi Yojimbo books there when I was buying up all those volumes. And they had a lot of good stuff. It's not like, most of the comic shops aren't huge, but they had a pretty good selection. They always took care of you, and the guys there were really cool. So that always is a plus. Yeah, it does suck when you go into a spot and they're just kind of looking down at you, and they don't want to talk to you. They don't care that you're passionate about something. So.
Yeah, and something like, oh, you're there just because you're over it doesn't mean that the person that's going in there enthusiastically
right. Wants to, that's the book they collect.
Yeah. It's, I definitely had some experiences with certain comic shops, but it kind of turned me sour to certain shops. But all the shops I go to, all the guys I talk to, the folks at Comic Experience. Zoe and Kat, they're great on Wednesdays, man. It's just fun to go in there and talk to them, chop it up about. They always have good recommendations, always got good books to talk about. Leaf at Mission Comics, man, what a swell guy, man. It's always even tempered, even killed, and you can talk about all the new geek stuff, and he always has great recommendations about books and stuff, and he knows exactly where everything's at in that shop. You ask him about certain books, say, hey, I got it, and you'll find it wherever it is. He knows his shit. And Daryl at Cards and Comics, man, they're always, they'll answer your questions and always have some great opinions about stuff, man. It's always good talking to those guys. And of course, Frank's my guy, man. Frank's the guy. Frank's my goat. If you are going to Comix Experience Outpost and go, hit up one of these guys. They'll love to have your business. Just whoever there is. If you don't want to go to Visit Arrow, there's other options. And when you want, don't give up on comics. Don't give up on comic shops. Just keep those. We want to keep these alive as long as we can, man. This is a dying art, and I want to see it.
Where's the other store? Is that the one that's just a few blocks down from Haight Street?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That one's been there since fucking mid-80s.
No, I've been there a few times. I went to the other store more often, but
Yeah, they got good folks over there, man. They got good folks,
I gotta say, I am having an issue. I'm in Atlanta now, and I am having an issue with I've been to a lot of comic book stops around the Atlanta metro area, and I don't feel that community like you could in the Bay Area, definitely, where people welcomed you into their store and talk to you about stuff. I've met a lot of assholes out here already that just
like business fuckers.
They belittled my taste in things, and I was just
really?
The
elitist.
I had one guy kind of talk down to me because I was looking for some of the big Marvel omnibus things, and he was like, "No one really collects those," and I was like, "Actually, you're fucking wrong about that, dude. I know a lot of people that collect omnibus, you know." But,
yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, you just show him Hondo. Just show him his fucking.
yeah, exactly.
This guy right here, this motherfucker, he does.
Dr. Omnibus.
Dr. Omnibus, man. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah. And like, even if like you have that opinion, don't fucking say that to a customer trying to buy. Like, what was your? You're gonna turn. First of all, like, what you gonna? Oh, I'm a fucking omnibus. I'm just gonna buy the single issues from you. Like, no, yeah.
I didn't buy anything from him that day. I walked out. I was just like, fuck you.
Yeah, I think I had that experience too. In what was it? In Denver. All the other shops I went to were cool. This one shop I went to, I forgot the name of it. I won't fucking give them any promotion, but yeah, I went in there and I walked around for like 10 minutes and I was about to leave. That's when he asked me if I need any help. Like, I've been in the shop for like 10 minutes. There was no one in here. It's not like you weren't like doing stuff. You were just standing there. And then right when I leave, I was like, he's like, "Can I help you with this guy?" No, just looking around. He rolled his eyes at me. I was like, okay. like why didn't you ask me that? Like,
wow. People don't like to work. I'm telling you, man. I
was like, dude, like, if you would have asked me right when I came in, maybe there was a couple books I was looking for. I walked around, didn't see anything. So yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, if you're gonna treat me like that, yeah, of course, screw you.
And you know what? Sometimes all it takes is maybe you're not buying something today, but if you fucking just like chat with somebody and actually like have a conversation about something that you're fucking like maybe that you were looking for and maybe they know about, you don't know what you could talk about. It leaves you with a better feeling that you can come back to this spot. It's like, that kind of dude. I used to feel like that about, you know, when it was around Suncoast Video. There were a lot of them, but the one at Stonestown, there was a couple dudes that worked there that fucking knew what they were talking about when they like talked about movies and shit, and it makes you want to go back to that particular store.
I used to take the trek over to Berkeley to go to the Escapist because those guys were always cool to me, and they have a ton of stuff and a ton of knowledge, and they were great. So I highly recommend them.
Yeah. Those are great shops. So yeah, look around if you that was your shop and it's closing. Give your business to some of these other guys, man. They can really use it. So. Definitely spread it out, and let's keep these comic shops open as much as we can. Let's help them out as much as we can, for sure. Let's see. Gold Dirty Bastards. Don't pay. Just wait, or bootleg it. There you go. Okay, see it on the big screen or wait.
You see, it's that movie, man. It's a little.
It's all it's definitely time to rate the back issues of at Comix Outpost. I think they're going to be having some sales and stuff too. They're going to be making some announcements. So yeah, we definitely go over there get some things. I'm curious about. They said they're in the article they're talking about. They're going to expand some of the Comix Experience stuff. So maybe I don't know. They're expanding the store, but they're going to be expanding some of the stuff they're doing. So I'm curious to see what they're going to be doing. So
I mean, I know we're not a big podcast, but would they let us fucking film if we all were off like on a Saturday and they had a sale on Saturday?
We'll see.
Quick little shot there.
We're making we still got to do the Frank interview, man. We still got to do that one. Let's do that one first. We got to get Frank. Our secret origins with Frank.
Well, we could just have we can record it and we can wait and then we can do Frank and put that one over the other. Yeah, definitely.
Rick's turning Tarantino on this one. What you got to do? What you got to do? You got to film the camera.
It's the coffee. It's the coffee.
Sure
coffee.
It is.
Everything's fine. Everything's just fine.
Back to the cat. Goose Rob.
Let's run through a couple of figures real quick before we move. I'm going to go talk about these Emmy nominations for a little bit, but let's talk about a couple figures that Hasbro's releasing. So we got Hercules. We showed this the prototype a few months ago. The Hercules figure, and he does look very Greek. It's a very I think this is a fucking I kind of like this figure, man. He looks exactly how he did in the comic, full speedo and all. It's a little more revealing, that speedo, but it looks like I love those retro card backs. Those are great. I love they're doing that. It's a fun thing. This is Emperor on his throne. I love the backdrop right there. It comes with the backdrop and his throne. That looks fucking. He looks a little frumpy with the cloth, but the background it kind of makes up for it. The throne in the background looks fucking sick with the little Return of the Jedi space battle happening in the background. That looks fucking really cool. And let's see the next one. And our figure of the week, our buddy Josh, made into a figure form. This is the Dave Filoni exclusive figure. I believe they're doing this for the San Diego the fake San Diego Comic Cons are happening now and then. But Dave Filoni, of course, he was a pilot on the Mandalorian. He was one of the pilots. I actually might get this. I'm gonna customize it and put a little some little short shorts on them and a little laminate.
Oh man, straight up.
I never thought about that, but that is Josh. It absolutely looks just like him. It's fucking crazy.
It looks dead on, man.
Dude, I saw that shit and I was like, hey, they made a Josh Harris figure.
you got to find a little Baxter. You got to find a little.
Oh, that'd be great. And you actually customize them with the cutoffs, with the laminate, and Baxter. That'd be awesome.
Gold Dirty Bastard. Womack was the worst Suncoast worker. Yeah, that's right. He did work for Suncoast.
He worked at Suncoast. That would have been the Suncoast I avoided and shit.
Yeah.
Every full moon, you're running to your fucking car.
When they have the staff picks, it's just like the Howling and fucking anything by Gregory Hines.
White Knights.
Fucking taps.
Oh shit, dude. Yeah, you know what? When I saw that fucking pic of Nip with the fucking jersey, I was like, dude, that better not be a Barlow jersey. He was like Ricky Water. I was like,
right. Like what? Yeah, what bet did you lose on that one? All right, so let's jump into the Emmys. I really don't give a fuck about the Emmys, really. I was talking to Rick earlier. We don't award show, whatever. It seems like they're like kind of going a little geeky on this Emmys. This is like the most I've seen them kind of like dominating genre shows.
And I have a theory about that.
Yeah, well, they're trying to get that audience, man. So we got so we'll go through them and we'll stop me if anything you want to talk about that sticks out to you. But outstanding drama series, we've got The Boys, Bridgerton, The Crown. Don't care about that. The Mandalorian, of course, Lovecraft Country, Posse, Handmaid's Tale, and This Is Us. Any picks on that one? I'll probably pick. Much as I love Mandalorian, Lovecraft Country just had a hell of a fucking season there.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah. I'm okay with them ending. I was hearing what they were trying to do with the second, and that seemed kind of meh. All right. Outstanding comedy series. You got Blackish, Cobra Kai. Would you count that as a comedy series, Cobra Kai?
A heartfelt comedy?
Dramedy series? I don't know.
I wouldn't call it
a dramedy, maybe. Yeah.
No.
It's not a comedy. Drama and musical category.
Well, I guess if you call it coming of age movie.
Like the Karate Kid wasn't a comedy. It was a fucking...
That considered was a drama. Yeah. But I think there's a lot more comedy because it's not fucking, LaRusso's story. It's fucking Johnny Lawrence's. Johnny Lawrence is straight up comedy.
The rest of these I'm not going to read because I have no idea what they are, so I'm going to skip all the rest of the... I have nothing else to say about that.
Okay.
So I'm just going to put out the standouts. Outstanding lead actor in drama, we got Jonathan Majors, Kane, who's going to be appearing tomorrow on Loki. For sure, confirmed, right? It's Mephisto all over again. Let's see. That's Mephisto, I tell you. Let's see. Lead actress, don't care. Journey Smollett in Lovecraft Country. I assume Lizzie Moss is going to win for Handmaid's Tale, I assume. Let's see. Any other? Giancarlo Esposito, direct for supporting actor in a drama series for Mandalorian.
He's fucking great as fucking Moff Gideon, dude.
Probably won't win, but pretty.
No, but yeah, he was damn good. He's a scary motherfucker.
Let's see. He's up against John Lithgow.
For what?
Perry Mason. Oh my god, I want to watch that.
I need to watch that. Yeah, I need to watch that.
Oh, it's good. It's good. I forgot he was in it, but it's really good.
Was he good in it too?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
John Lithgow's pretty good in everything.
Yeah, pretty much. It's got Chris Sullivan from This Is Us, Michael K. Williams from Lovecraft Country, who's really good in that too. So, this is a tough one. This is a tough category. Yeah. Let's see. Best supporting actress. I don't care. Best lead actor. I don't care. The comedy these are comedy shows. Like this is a horrible comedy fucking season, man.
Maybe they just don't want to put Cobra Kai against the drama shows because Cobra Kai will fucking beat them.
For an actress, don't care. I'll say
Little sweep the leg.
Was his name Don Cheadle got nominated for best guest appearance for Falcon and Winter Soldier. He was only in the fucking show for 2 minutes.
I was wondering what he got nominated for. I was like, what has he been in?
That is a guest appearance.
Yeah, but come on.
Yeah. He could have been in the fucking end credit scene. It's a guest appearance.
See, Elizabeth Olsen got nominated for WandaVision. That's cool. Anna Taylor-Joy for Queen's Gambit. I assume she's going to win. She's the talk of the town right now. Kate Winslet's Mare of Easttown, which I hear is really good. That's a pretty loaded one right there. Catherine Hahn's Best Supporting Actress in WandaVision. Yeah, she was pretty damn good in that. We'll give it to her. Let me see. Don't care about that. Yeah, Don Cheadle, guest actor in a drama series. So these are the other ones. Courtney B. Vance in Lovecraft Country. Charles Dance in The Crown. Timothy Oliphant in The Mandalorian, and Carl Weathers in The Mandalorian. I would give it to Carl Weathers if that's the case. Like Don Cheadle's in it for 2 minutes. You don't get you shouldn't get an award for 2 minutes of screen time.
I'd probably either give it to Timothy Oliphant or Don. I mean, I love Courtney B. Vance in what he did in Lovecraft Country, but it was mainly that was Tick's show, dude. Yeah, he was fucking Tick is sick.
I don't know. Carl Weathers was pretty damn good in Mandalorian.
Grief Karga is one of my favorite characters.
Yeah,
I just like Timothy Oliphant, like bringing the white hat gunslinger in particular story that he did, man. He's the sheriff that makes a deal where with the outlaws to come out on top. I mean, they're gonna hopefully I think they scrapped that show, the new Ranger show, Rangers of the Republic.
Yeah, they shelved that. Yeah. Well, they were trying to downplay that it was what's in her? Cara Dune was going to be involved. No, she was probably like a big part of that show.
Yeah, I was hoping it was Timothy Oliphant, but
yeah.
Is it a real stretch for Timothy Oliphant to play a sheriff, though? I mean, he's done it like 8 fucking times now.
I know, man. But he's the best sheriff.
He just played one in Once Upon a Time.
He's going to get elected sheriff somewhere. I'm telling you. Timothy Oliphant for mayor. They're going to be like, yeah, okay. He fucking fought off the crazy.
We were just talking about he was up for a role recently. What the hell was it? Talking about it. It would actually have been kind of interesting. He was up for the role of Iron Man at one point.
No shit.
Yeah, before Robert Downey Jr. I actually think that would actually been looking actually pretty good. Damn, I can see it. Yeah.
He'd be a bigger Iron Man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Laughing at Womack's his Suncoast picks. Good to see good shows at least nominated. Doubt many win. Yeah, it's cool to see, I think this might be a little bit geek pandering.
It's pandering.
It's geek pandering. They know geeks will tune in, and good or bad they're gonna bitch and moan on the internet. So at least they'll get some views and hits. So that's probably why they're doing it. The Bastards thinks Cobra Kai is a dramedy. Yeah, I think it's more of a dramedy than a comedy or drama. I think it's definitely kind of a blurred line, but I guess where do you put it? I guess it's a half hour, so I guess you kind of have to put in the comedy thing. But I don't know.
Well, just because a half hour they would do that, that's kind of bullshit.
Yeah, they're funny like that. What's it going up against? Blackish, Pen 15. I guess that's penis. Emily in Paris, Hacks, Ted Lasso, Flight Attendant, Kaminsky Method. I've heard of the Flight Attendant. I haven't heard of any of the other ones.
Ted Lasso is amazing. That's one of my favorite shows I've seen in the last year or two, probably.
Which one's that?
Is that?
It's Jason Sudeikis, and basically,
it's a coach. It's a coach one, right?
He's
coaching soccer.
He gets brought over to coach a Premier League team in England, and all he's played is he's coached a season in college football, and he won that season or whatever. And it's just hysterical. I highly recommend it to everyone.
Okay.
New season starts in like a week or two with you. Also,
Okay, I like
what streaming service is that?
Netflix, right? Or-
it's on Apple TV. Sadly,
oh, that's why I haven't seen it.
Not a lot of people are seeing it because of that.
Yeah, Apple TV. Sorry, Apple TV. Yeah, you're shit out of luck on me. I can't do another one for sure. No love for Tamara Morrison through the Emmys. From the Emmys. Yeah, he was pretty good. I thought I don't know if he it was nominated. It was nomination worthy, but yeah.
Yeah, I probably would have said, what's her name? She did a fucking sick ass job. Was Ming-Na Wen.
Ming-Na Wen was good. Yeah.
As Fennec.
Yeah.
I fucking still love the character of Fennec, man. Fennec is fucking sick.
If you're gonna nominate somebody for a guest star role from that season, I think fucking Bill Burr. Like just that scene alone when they're in doing the interrogation thing when they're sitting at the table, man.
For your consideration,
definitely.
That would be that right there should get you a fucking nomination right there. I think if anybody,
I agree with that.
Yeah, I think anybody.
He probably has opinions about that. I would guess.
I have a feeling he don't give a fuck. Really.
That's also true, actually. Yeah.
Who gives a fuck about the Emmys? Huh? He'll do a whole stand-up routine about it. He'll go deep down.
What? There's nominations? Who the fuck cares about that shit?
I'd like to see Bill Burr host the Emmys just to be like, get your fucking trophy. Come on, let's go. Ushers people along.
Who's cueing the music? Get him the fuck off the stage.
Just gonna stand there and wait for your damn statue. Come up on stage, get your statue. Right?
Stop high-fiving everybody on the way up. Hurry the fuck up.
Fucking guy over here. So speaking of, we were talking about WandaVision earlier. Just kind of dropped a little earlier. So it looks like Paramount Pictures and Bad Robot are looking to bring back Star Trek onto the big screen. They've tapped WandaVision's Matt Shackman would direct the next Star Trek movie. No details yet. This is from Deadline, but it looks like most of the cast will return. Of course. Let's see. Looks like they're not sure about the whole cast coming back, or if this is gonna be a whole new cast. But interested. This could be interesting. Hopefully the cast comes out. I like the rebooted cast a lot. Of course, you can't bring Anton Yelchin because he tragically passed away. Chekhov. But what do you think about this, Davis? Were you a fan of the Abrams reboot Star Trek?
I was not a Star Trek fan growing up, but I was a fan of. I like J.J. Abrams. His stuff is always entertaining, and I enjoyed it. They're fun to watch. I didn't get like super hooked and drawn into Star Trek still, but I'll watch the new ones. They look entertaining to me. So
yeah. I dug it a lot. I really liked it. He didn't I see the complaints with old Trek. I'm an old Star Trek fan, but I like all the new stuff too. I like all new stuff. I like them kind of rebooting it a certain way. And this is like it's a different universe, so you have new rules. But I love the best part of that is the casting. I think they pretty much nailed the cast as far as the cast goes, because it's a tough thing to do because all those cast members are legendary. But Carl Urban has Bones. Spock was cast spot on. All the whole cast was just great. They picked the right people to play them. I'm looking. I wouldn't mind seeing this done. Like, I want to see some more adventures with this cast. Hopefully we see some more. Rick, what do you think?
Dude, is it the same cast they're doing, or is it a new reboot or something? What is it?
Let's see. They said it's going to be the cast. Deadline later admitted the involvement of the Abrams cast in the update report. So it seemed to be their involvement isn't a sure thing at this point. So not sure. We're not sure if this is going to be. All we know is that Matt Shackman is going to be directing it. That's all. Basically, all we know. That's going to be. It's going to
talk of a Tarantino one or something.
That's why I was like wondering what's going on, because I heard that the Abrams cast is going to be up on that one.
That was the rumor for sure. Like it was going to be Tarantino wants to do like a weird Star Trek time travel kind of thing with the cast from the reboots. But yeah, Tarantino just fucking does a bunch of coke and says a bunch of shit, so you don't really know where that goes.
But that's why I wondered. Yeah,
I think he wanted to make it R-rated too. I think it was like he wanted to do some.
Well, it looks like they at one point it was green lit. It's just waiting on his.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be his next thing. But This looks like this is what they're going for. It looks like it's on pace for June 9th, 2023. So this looks like it's going to get put into production pretty quick. I wouldn't mind seeing. Hopefully they do the cast, and I hope it's. I don't know. I don't need it to be maybe just like what they were doing from Beyond, kind of doing like a standalone kind of story, just kind of like a space adventure. You know, like a quick space adventure. It doesn't have to be tied to anything else or anything weird. Just them going on a fucking weird space adventure like this.
Yeah,
Star
just
Trek.
make something new. Don't try to rehash like fucking Star Trek Voyage Home.
Again. Yeah, I don't need to see Khan again. I don't need to see any of the
No fucking whales. I love the whales, but yeah, I get it, dude. It's just. I'm glad that it's the writer from WandaVision, right? So they have imagination.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah, they definitely
have imagination. That's the key component to something like fucking Star Trek. Star Trek's great. I love the fucking Abram ones. I just now it comes down to what cast are they doing? Are they doing the Enterprise, the first generation one, or are they doing Next Generation? Are they going to recast like a Picard or something like that, or Voyager cast or a Deep Space Nine cast? That would be interesting to me. Like, I'd love to see something with Next Generation and fucking the introduction of Q or some shit like that. There's some sick fucking stories, or show like the where Q comes from, or expand on that fucking storyline, or expand on the beginning of the Borg. You know, I'd love that. It's still staying within the Star Trek universe with shit that like fucking Tribble will show up out of nowhere or whatever. But it's guided. It's guided by the myth of it. You're just delving deeper and creating your own fucking like part in it. You know, it's all out there. Fucking Roddenberry was this. He created a fucking world. It's once again, it's world building. You know, and the world of Star Trek, like the world of Star Wars, dude, it's fucking open. It's vast. They just go from place to place.
Mm-hmm. That's why they call it a trek. Lori agreed about Bill Burr. Yeah, I think he should have been nominated. Totally agree about the pandering. It's geek pandering for sure. Well, at least we're getting pandered to, at least not pandered away. So, has anyone seen Star Trek Lower Deck? No, I heard it was funny. I heard it's good. Just haven't had a chance to watch. I don't have was it on Paramount Plus or some shit?
Is that what it's on?
Yeah,
I think so.
I got that.
Yeah, there you go. Watch it. I have the first 2 seasons of Star Trek Discovery on Blu-ray. I still have to finish the first season. I think I'm like 8 episodes in or some shit like that. It was good. It was so far so good. I heard Picard shit the bed hard. Everybody like.
Oh, I still kind of want to see because I heard it was going to get a second season.
Yeah, I heard it's really not good, but I still kind of want to check it out, but I wouldn't pay for it. So yeah, more Star Trek. Hey, yeah, Star Trek. Yes, yeah, why not? I'm down.
What is that? CBS All Access? Or it's not even CBS All Access anymore. It's what? Is it
Paramount Plus?
That's Paramount Plus too?
Yeah, they own. Yeah, they CBS. They own Star Trek.
Oh, okay. I got that shit too. I got Picard on there. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at your shit, Rick. All the wonders.
Well, Rick, I guess you don't have to pay for
it. Please like and subscribe so we can afford other streaming service.
So I can turn into a real boy.
All right. Let's see. Let's talk about this. Do I want to rant about this yet? Did you watch this the Justice Society movie yet, Rick?
Not yet, bro.
Okay. I just want to talk about it. So this came out a couple months ago. The Justice Society.
That looks great, though.
Justice Society World War II. So this came out. For the most part, I like it. I thought the animation looks good. But the biggest issue with this movie, it says Justice Society. The Justice Society are like secondary, third tier characters in this movie. This movie is a Flash, Wonder Woman, and Superman movie. Flash meaning Barry Allen. So Flash, Barry Allen, Wonder Woman, Superman, and Aquaman are the main people in a Justice Society movie, which is fucking bums me the fuck out, because when I heard they were doing a Justice Society, I thought we're gonna get their origins. We're gonna get get to know like Jay Garrick's in this, Hourman, Black Canary, and Hawkman. So I thought they were gonna and Dr. Fate's in there too. So I thought, oh cool, we're gonna see
Dr. Fate's in that one.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so I thought, okay, cool, we're gonna see Justice Society. We're gonna learn some more Justice Society. But no, this is a Barry Allen movie with it's a Barry Allen movie with Superman and Aquaman. And I saw World War II. I was like, cool, they're going to fight Nazis, going to punch Nazis. That's in the first quarter of the movie. And then it turns into let's fight the Atlanteans. So this turns into let's fight a possessed Aquaman who's on the Nazi side because he's been mind controlled. So disappointing in that respect. I did like the animation. The animation is kind of almost like a super cell shaded kind of look to it. The animations were good. Some of the action was really good. I love the Justice Society stuff, but they told their origins like in a quick little 1 minute scene, like where they just kind of glossed over their origins and kind of just skipped over everything. So I was pretty disappointed in that respect because when I first heard about this movie, I was super juiced because I love the Justice Society. I love the Golden Age heroes in that era, and fighting in World War II. So I just thought it was going to be, an hour and a half of superheroes punching Nazis, but I got like 20 minutes of that. And then, some weird shoehorned Aquaman story and a Superman story that wasn't necessary in there. And just like Barry Allen, like thrown in the mix, like as like the main protagonist. So I was kind of bummed in that respect. So, but I'd say worth checking out. It does have a Commandy short film on it. All the movie releases have some kind of short film. So of course, Commandy is the last boy on Earth, Jack Kirby creation. So it's actually a cool little 20-minute short, kind of seeing like the origins of Commandy and stuff. So that was pretty cool. But overall, kind of disappointed. I kind of wish this was a real true Justice Society movie. I want to see a real. They're going to be coming out in the Black Adam movie, so I was hoping we see a little bit more of the Justice Society, but we didn't get it in this one. I was kind of disappointed. Worth checking out. Some cool action, some cool little superhero beats, and when they do show the Justice Society, it's awesome. But it's a Superman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Flash movie. It's not a Justice Society movie, so that's kind of false advertising on DC parts. Because they lied to me. They put it on the cover, Justice Society, not Justice Society. But the animation is cool, and it had some cool fight scenes and some fun stuff. But overall, kind of disappointed because there's no Justice Society in it. All right, so let's talk about some positive animation news. Hopefully positive. Marvel's What If trailer got premiered this week. A new trailer. This is the second trailer, I believe.
Yeah.
So we see some more footage of what pretty much the storylines are going to be. Get to see more with the Tony Stark and Saved by Killmonger. You get to see Captain Carter in action. You get to see some more of the Watcher. You get to see some Doctor Strange stuff. So yeah, you get to it looks like a fun trailer. It looks like a fun show. The animation. Some of the animation looks cool the way it is, but I don't know, certain angles it kind of looks kind of stiff, kind of like wooden to me. Some of the action looks very smooth, very cool. Like the Marvel zombie stuff looks cool, but I don't know, some of the animation looks a little too stiff, like a little too, almost like remember that was it late 90s, early 2000s Spider-Man show on MTV?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it kind of feels like that in some respects, in which it was okay for the time, but this is this is 2021. I'm gonna watch it. I'm a big fan. Like if you're a fan of the show, I'm a big fan of What If, and the old school comic was one of my bibles for learning the Marvel universe. But the show looked fun. I'm definitely gonna check it out. Davis, what do you think, man? What do you think of this trailer?
I feel the same way about the animation. It's hit or miss, kind of.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely excited for it because it's bringing back Peggy Carter, and I think that's a pretty underrated character. That I enjoyed the show that she had for a very brief amount of time, and I want to see more of that character, and also that she's what is she going to be? Captain Britain? Is that what it said?
She said Captain Carter. Yeah, so I think
it was like a Captain Britain type thing.
Yeah, I think. Well, the fans were like, "Oh, that's Captain Britain. She's going to be called Captain Britain." But of course, the comics there's already a Captain Britain, so maybe they're saving that to saving that to be a reveal because fans are like fickle, be like, "Oh, when the real Captain Britain shows up, like, oh, that's Peggy Carter. That's not him." So I think they're just going to call her Captain Carter just to disassociate with the other Captain Britain. So I can see that. Any of the stories you're looking forward to as far as what ifs are going to be? Anyone that you're standing out?
Not really, just because I know anything could take a huge turn all of a sudden. So there's not really anything I'm setting my hopes and dreams on to see like something come to fruition and then another spinoff from it. I don't think they're going to do anything like that. But it looks like there's only 10 episodes so far. I
think so.
guess.
That's what they're saying. Yeah.
So I think it'll be fun. Hopefully, it'll get people more into the What If comics and. They're folding the Watcher into the next phase, aren't they? Because Jeffrey Wright's like signed on to do the next few. I think they're bringing him. I assume they have to have him in with Fantastic Four. I would guess so.
Yeah, Multiverse of Madness. I think it's going to have him. He's going to be involved in somehow. And if you're going to do a Fantastic Four storyline with Galactus, Watcher's pretty important to that story. The original Galactus coming of Galactus. So I'm sure they're going to. He's going to have to be involved somehow too. I don't know, Rick. What do you think, man? What's your standouts on this? Anything you're super excited about?
I want to see T'Challa as Star-Lord.
Yeah, that looks fun, and it's of course Chadwick Boseman's last performance as T'Challa. So that's going to be even more impactful for sure.
I'm looking forward to that. I just because I think that's what stood out for me the most. It's just seeing him and Yondu, him calling for, and you hear the whistling and everybody just going down. I just love that. Yondu's one awesome character, and it's also like it's a callback to T'Challa coming back. It's Chadwick Boseman's, and I don't know how much more Michael Rooker. I'm pretty sure Michael Rooker's doing the voice, so this could be like Yondu's actually last. So it's like Yondu and Black Panther, or T'Challa. The last time we probably see them in any incarnation. But the one thing I'm very hopeful for, this is just season 1. This needs to keep going.
You have so many possibilities. You could do stories from the comics. You could do stories from the movies. You could do stories Hey, you could do what ifs from like the '90s cartoons, like the '90s X-Men cartoons, or do
That's the one I want to see. I want to see what if the Summers brothers stayed with Corsair.
Yeah, we're not even getting into the X-Men stuff too.
Or Fantastic Four just
you can do a lot of Doctor Doom, Fantastic Four, like if they fought Doctor Doom before Fantastic Four. Or what if Doctor Doom became the Sorcerer Supreme and shit like that? That's you got a lot of good shit you can do with this, and this can go on for years. They can do this after every phase. You could do a new set of what ifs because there's a whole new set of storylines you can veer off the timeline with. So there's definitely a lot of potential for this show. And like David said, we can see some more of these comics being released. I've been begging for a collection of the second series, the first 25, 30 issues, because there's some great stuff in those issues. So hopefully we'll get that at some point. I've been begging Omar on Near Mint, make this happen, Omar. You got you have the power. What if is it's a great series, man, and hopefully the animation grows on you after a while, after a few episodes, and you kind of forget about it and not really think about it. But I think the Marvel Zombie ones I'm pretty excited about. I love the Marvel Zombie in the comic book storyline, so I want to see how they utilize that in the TV show. But yeah, Marvel Zombies looks cool. I saw a Spider-Man thing. I don't know what they're going to do with Spider-Man. There was a little glimpse of Spider-Man. I don't know what if they're going to pull from for that. So there's a lot of story potential there. What if Uncle Ben didn't die? What if there's a lot of what ifs with Spider-Man you can do for sure. So yeah, no, it's a pretty I'm excited about it. But we'll see what happens. This could go on for a few years. So, but I wonder. Yeah, and it looks like they might have some storyline crossovers too. So I wonder if this is building up to maybe the last episode where they all kind of come together, all the little variants inside the What If universe, and they all culminate in a last episode where the multiverse is all kind of fucked up, and maybe that leads a little bit into Doctor Strange 2 or Spider-Man 3, which is dealing with some multiverse stuff too. So
I like that you use the word variants, bro, because I wonder if Loki can jump into those what if worlds.
I did. It might tie in, man. Loki's dealing with a lot of shit like that. So I don't know. Yeah. So speaking of which, any predictions for the big episode tonight, tomorrow, big Loki's season finale? Any thoughts on who the big bad is? All the signs point, all the clocks point to Kang being the this is a lot more than the Mephisto and WandaVision. They're kind of like beating you over the head with a lot of the Kang references in the show. So it's gotta be Kang. That's Undertaker's brother Kang. So Davis, you got any predictions for what's going on tomorrow? We're gonna get some major deaths. We're gonna get some reveals. Is Doctor Doom finally gonna show up? What's gonna happen, man?
I wish Doctor Doom would show up, but I don't see that happening. But I
saw
would like
that
to
castle
see.
last week, and I was like, "Oh, that looks like Doom's castle."
That could be Latveria, right? That could be Latveria, sure.
Future Latveria, sure. Why not?
Is that how you want it though? You want Doctor Doom on the big screen in the theaters. You don't want him popping up in some show for a moment, do you?
I want a TV show Doctor Doom explaining his origin from when he's a kid, and that's what I want to see. Like him as a little boy in Latveria, kind of how his rise to power. I think they should definitely try to do that at some point. But yeah, I wouldn't mind sitting in the theater and just fucking one of the end credits or, one of the last scenes in the movie, you just see fucking a Latvian flag, or you just see like a metal, cloak from behind, and just hear that voice.
Gadget, you're going to see the big metal hand.
Like a little schoolboy. I'm just going to be screaming down the aisles. It's going to be great. I can't wait. So yeah. Yeah, that's the only reason I want to live is just to see Doctor Doom on the big screen. That's my only reason for living, really.
Yeah.
You think everybody's going to survive? Are we going to see any major deaths?
I'm wondering if they're just going to take Hiddleston out of the mix and replace him with Sylvie, and just because they're replacing everyone, basically. That's how they're setting it all up to keep going.
Kid Loki.
Because, yeah, and they're just. I mean, those actors. I don't blame them. I mean, I love seeing them all, but they've been doing this for over a fucking decade. Like they want to do other stuff. Hiddleston's a big theater actor, and he does tons of other projects. So I get moving on, but
I think a lot of it's money too. Like they don't want to pay it. Like studios want to pay him, and then it's also the thing where the actors are kind of tired of doing it. But a lot of them love doing it, and they love cashing that paycheck too. So I think Robert Downey he didn't want to die. He wanted to keep going. He was getting paid fucking $50 million a movie. He wanted to keep going, but
the studio wants to pay them.
Yeah, if you want to keep playing this guy, you're gonna have to take a pay cut, which I don't think he's gonna do. So, unless all the movies start bombing, they got to bring him back, which I don't think is gonna happen with the X-Men and Fantastic
The amount of money those movies bring in, they don't need to take. I mean, yeah, it's obscene that they get that much money, but they don't need to give them a pay cut. That's insane. Like how much money they bring in.
Yeah,
merchandising.
They don't want to give them the whole thing. Executives just don't want to give them that money because it's like that's money that I can have. And
I gotta buy my new boat. Yeah.
That's how they think about it. That's my money, bastards.
I'd like to see something with Yellow Jacket, though. Sorry, going back to that. There was that huge Yellow Jacket helmet off in the corner. That I noticed in there. I've watched some of those like Easter egg videos afterwards, but
there's a lot of Easter eggs in that episode.
Living
Tribunal, the little Frog Thor. Like I marked out a lot. Like the Thanos copter marked me out. I marked out the most for that because that's the most inside baseball fucking comic book reference you could have. Really, Thanos with a helicopter with his name across it, and that was in the book. Yeah, that was in the comic. That happened.
It's a thing that exists.
Rick, who you think is gonna be the big bad?
Well, like you said, you were saying like Kane's gonna come out. I'm thinking it's gonna be like the fucking gobbledygooker. They're gonna fuck everybody up. It's gonna
Miss Minutes was the bad guy.
Yeah, it could. I think I don't know where we at in the shows. This is the third one or the fourth one?
For the MCU shows?
Yeah.
This is the third one.
This is the third one.
Yeah, WandaVision, Falcon, and Loki.
I don't think they can disappoint the fans any longer.
Yeah.
The whole, if they do it like a third time, I'm gonna fucking just crack up and laugh my ass off.
You screwed us again.
Yeah, because I think Marvel's just they don't want to. It feels like they don't want to do anything super big for the TV. Even though all of their shit's pretty great, it's great. It's just they don't want to give you something super big.
Well, they got it. Well, if they want people to tune in every week, they're gonna have to give us something fucking substantial.
We're still tuning in because the quality of the show is still good.
Yeah.
I mean, going all into it. I mean, you're not getting the payoff you thought you would, but you're still seeing a great show throughout the whole season. It's just our expectations as fans are not being met. Like if they don't bring out Mephisto, they don't bring out Kang. I mean, yeah, some part of me is like, you motherfuckers, but the other part of me is like, it's fucking funny, you know? It's just, I just want to know what other character could it be to, like, who was it in Captain America Winter Soldier? It was, what's her name's character? Julia Dreyfus.
Yeah.
That was the big
Falcon
thing.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah. And so her cameo, this would have been the first time we saw her in I guess we'll hold up.
But that's what I mean. It's just like who's gonna be who other than that kind of level of character can you bring in to take this spot? Like in this kind of realm, they're in like some kind of time jumping fucking universe dimension swapping realm and shit. So who has access to this? Mephisto does. Kang does. Who else does? So
yeah, there's characters you could throw in. I've heard some names, but it won't be impactful.
You don't want to throw away. That's the main thing. You don't want to throw away character.
And because that's just a disappointment. And like you want to see Kang. They're pretty much beating you over the head with the Kang references.
Dude, the fucking face that's right there.
The face, the fucking Avengers Tower with Kang, the corporation that Kang fucking runs. Their name is on the Avengers Tower. The main girl in the TVA is her in the comics. That's his girlfriend, wife. So it just it makes too much sense. And they casted Jonathan Majors. 5 months ago, 6 months ago?
Yeah, and they told you who the fuck he was playing.
Yeah, so I pretty much, if we don't, we'll at least get a mention of him. If not, I don't know if we'll see him, but I think we'll at least get a mention of Kang, the Conqueror. Because, or we might see a background, we might just hear his voice. Post credits, or we might just get it right away, and we might say, I don't know. Well, but we're gonna get something. We're gonna get something, Kang. This is gonna be a big one because this is setting up a lot. I think this is setting a lot up for the next few movies in the next this phase right here. Because we got a lot of multiverse and time travel stuff coming up soon. So this is gonna tie in. This is gonna be some kind of ramifications because we got What If, we got what's Multiverse. We got Spider-Man 3, we got Multiverse of Madness, and so I think that's where it's called kind of culminate with this multiverse. It's gonna have to accept the fact there's a multiverse now, and a lot of shit can happen. And it kind of makes sense too, if they want to push out actors or switch out actors for certain things, or if they retire or they want to do something else, they can bring in just bring in the multiverse and just kind of explain it that way.
I'm just thinking the next few years, how people that aren't casual watchers of the Marvel stuff that ask us questions all the time, friends and all that. How many questions they're going to have once the multiverse and shit gets real complicated with the X-Men and Fantastic Four folding in? It's going to get nuts, and you're going to get a lot of questions.
That one geek friend that you go to, I get a lot of calls and questions about fucking certain things. It's what we hear. That's what we hear. Finally, our knowledge is being put to good use instead of other geeks. All right. So speaking of MCU, speaking of Marvel, all right. So let's jump to it. We're going to be talking about Black Widow. Just opened up big numbers. Finally breaking that. I think it made 80-something million at the box office this weekend. So it's a big boom for movies in the theater, which we're taking a hit, of course, in the pandemic. So this is definitely the biggest movie of the summer so far, for sure, of the pandemic era. So first we're gonna talk about some non-spoiler stuff. Then we'll jump into spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, we'll let you know. We'll pop up the thing right there and let you know about it when we start talking spoilers. All right. So Black Widow. I liked it for the most part. I thought it was a fun flick. I liked the cast a lot. Florence Pugh, I think, stole the show as Yelena Belova. She's, of course, in the comic. She was the blonde Black Widow. I think Black Widow 2 or something like that. But I think she steals the show in this movie. She's fucking great. She's funny. She's charming. She's badass. She did a great job. For the most part, I like the cast. David Harbour was good. Scarlett Johansson was good too. Rachel Weisz. I have some issues with some of the other casting, but we'll talk about that in spoilers. But overall, I thought it was a fun movie. I think definitely worth checking out. It definitely has some problems. Not great, but the action was really good. I thought some of the action sequence was really good. The humor was good in it. it definitely had its moments. I had fun with it. Certain things, the complaints, complaints, and that's mainly with the villains. I have some issues with that, but we'll talk more about that in the spoiler portion. But Davis, what were your overall thoughts on Black Widow, non-spoilery?
I enjoyed it for the most part. Sorry, it's I don't know. It's just a spy movie, kind of. It doesn't have the full Marvel charm. I felt like it doesn't have there's a lot of quippy banter that happens in Marvel movies that kind of you like smirk at and laugh at. There wasn't as much of that, I felt, but it was entertaining. I enjoyed it. It served its place in explaining her whole past. I thought they weren't going to do a full origin story, and it kind of felt like a full origin story.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I guess she's kind of due. She's like one of the ones that didn't have a story told. Like we kind of only got hints of her past, and we learned about Budapest and stuff like that in the other movies, and you kind of left it up to interpretation. But they finally explained. And I could have probably this. I think would have been great during the pandemic, when it was originally supposed to be released. If they released it on demand, if you stuck at home, this would have been cool to see at home. I think it would probably have been a lot better. And it kind of I think we really needed this movie last year. I think this year is just I think maybe a year off. It would have been I think a year closer to the other movies would have been made it feel a little bit more connected. But it was a fun movie. I don't hate the movie. I thought I had fun with a lot of it. Just some issues, a couple issues, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Rick, what'd you think, man?
I liked it a lot. I kind of get what Davis is saying. It's it did have its quippy parts, just not as much. And like you said, Florence Pugh, she's pretty much she had the best quips. She over and over again. Me and Chris were watching that, and she just kept on dude, I love this girl. And, she's stealing the show. So I mean, so it did have its quippiness. The one thing that kind of gets me about it, like you said, it's an espionage movie, which I dig. It just didn't have the gravity of Winter Soldier.
It was trying to be Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I mean, but Winter Soldier, it had some gravity to it. It had a fucking assassination to it. There was so much. I mean, I don't want to belittle what they were going for. Is just I think they could have really fucking ramped it up to. They played it safe. I think they played it safe.
It should have had more of an edge to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Spies and murder and assassin. Just a little. You're dealing with deadly assassins, and it just felt a little soft for that. It should had more of an edge. I'm not saying it should have been rated R or anything like that, but it definitely should have been a little more. Should have felt a little bit more dangerous. It was a little too a cookie cutter spy movie, a kind of a Roger Moore. She was even watching a Roger Moore James Bond movie. It had more of that feel than more of a more a hardcore James Bond, more of a I would say maybe more of a Daniel Craig, Sean Connery kind of edge to it. But yeah, it's still a fun movie. Still overall a fun movie. All right, let's say you want to give a score, Rick, out of 10 before we go.
I'll probably say, if you're doing the points, I'd probably say 6.7 for. They played it safe, man. They just played it too safe for me. It's I wish it was more. I just wish it had more gravity to it.
Yeah.
There were more stakes at hand.
A little more edge.
It didn't feel like there was enough stakes.
Yeah. What about you, Davis? What'd you give it?
I'll say 5.75.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Just didn't do much for me.
Yeah, I was kind of just all right. It's just one of those Marvel movies. I'll probably watch it again, but it's not one of them. I need to watch that again right away. Certain Marvel movies, I gotta watch that one again. Certain ones, cool, I'll watch it. It was entertaining, but I'll never have to actually watch it again. But I would give it I'll give it a 6 point. I'll give it 6.8, 6.9. Just for the action was good. I thought the action was fun, and the interactions with the characters of I thought were pretty entertaining. All right, let's do the spoilers. So Rick, 109 24 spoilers right there.
109
full spoilers. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead, David.
Do you guys think it's a better G.I. Joe movie than the G.I. Joe movie that's coming out?
Definitely.
That was what I was thinking versus the movie. So
all you were missing was one chick with glasses, and you would have it would have been fine. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll jump into spoilers.
Hello, Miss Rice.
You all right, Rick?
Yes, I think I'll most likely be giving it to you tomorrow.
Rick, you're on the phone.
Yeah, so I
mute him real quick.
Yeah, it's okay. Nothing to see here, people. Moving on.
You turned off the camera. You didn't turn off the mic, Rick. God damn it.
We're professional.
Yeah, professional.
It's okay.
So yeah, Krista, take that back. We're not professional. So go. I guess we'll jump into spoilers. It starts off with the family. You kind of find out Natasha's family. They had like a fake Russian family staying in the. Here goes Rick. Hold on. Whoops. Sorry. Unmute Rick.
Oh, was I? Oh,
you turned off the camera. You didn't unmute. You didn't mute yourself.
Whoa.
I got you in time before we heard.
Thank you. Thank you.
We get the little family element, which I enjoyed. I like David Harbour playing the Red Guardian. I thought he had some great lines, great interactions and such. So the major issue I had with this movie was the villains. The villains, especially first and foremost, Taskmaster. I thought. Like seeing a trailer, I already kind of had I knew they were going to pull the switch, the old switcheroo on the character. I knew this wasn't going to be the comic Taskmaster early on. I kind of figured that out, and that was kind of the theory. The comic book of Taskmaster is a great character. He's just insane. Yeah. He copies every move. He's shit talking, kind of an asshole. Very boisterous character. And just had some great. Like I saw a lot of comments like, "Oh, they took a know-nothing Marvel character and made something." I was like, "No, they took what made the character great and just kind of turned it into like a little twist that wasn't really needed." Like you want. All right, so what's the girl's name? What's the guy's name? The daughter.
Antonia.
Yeah, what was
Dreykov's
daughter.
Yeah.
We heard that in the Avengers, like Loki was interrogating the reverse interrogation of Black Widow, and he mentioned Dreykov's daughter. So we get to see the payoff. Black Widow to get rid of Ray Winstone's character, Dreykov. She had to blow up his daughter, and we find out that didn't happen. She just basically got her face guard, and her father turned her into the Taskmaster, which uses computer technology to mimic other people's moves. I just thought that was lame. I thought that was a lame twist on the character. I just thought it was lazy writing, and just kind of like trying to make her the Winter Soldier, like doing that Winter Soldier twist, like without the really any real good payoff. And I thought Ray Winstone was just a standard. You could have put him in a James Bond movie. You could have put him in like a Guy Ritchie movie, and you wouldn't know the difference. He was just a standard villain, old white guy villain asshole, and just kind of a boring villain to me. I didn't really like Rick was talking about earlier. Just the stakes didn't really feel all that great, and I just didn't like what they did with the Taskmaster. I thought that was a lame reveal, and some of the fight scenes were cool, but I don't know. Just the character in the comics is so good. It's just that kind of took me out of the movie when they made that reveal. It looked so goofy too when they showed her, like when they panned back and showed her in the suit. It just looked like the CGI just looked so goofy with her like tiny head on like the big Iron Man type body. I thought that was just like lazy storytelling, just trying to force a twist into a movie that you really didn't really need that twist. I think if you had the original Taskmaster from the comic, I thought it would have been a little bit more interesting. But I don't know. That was like my major issue. But the fight scenes were really good. That scene at the end when they're jumping off the space station and shit, that was actually a really fun scene. Very like some of the only good tension really in the movie. But yeah, as far as the stuff, the family dynamics, like when they're sitting at the table having that dinner and like they're all just kind of going back to their old routine as when they were kids, I thought that interaction was great. The Red Guardian, like, you know, putting on his old suit, pulling the Mr. Incredible from the the Incredibles move, trying to fit in his old suit. That was pretty good. But yeah, just the villains were the main problem I had with this movie, and the stakes for sure. With Rick was on point with that. But Davis, so spoilers, man. What do you want to talk about in spoilers for Black Widow?
My main thing coming out of it is the very end where Val is talking
The post-credit scene.
to her. Yeah, and I'm wondering, are we setting up for Thunderbolts, Dark Avengers? What are we like? It seems like that's where they're going to, which might be cool. So
yeah, we got Frank Walker, and we got replacement Captain America. We got replacement Black Widow. We have the Abomination showing up in Shang-Chi. So we might, I think we're leading up to the Dark Avengers. I think this is what Dark Avengers / Thunderbolts.
We still have Mordo out there too. Just remember that for for another Doctor Strange. So Mordo's still out there.
That's true.
That's a good point. Yeah, we got that. I'm trying to think. Is there?
I want a Red Hulk though. That's what I mean. I think William Hurt's a little old to play, but
I don't
Red
think
Hulk
so.
would be awesome.
No, he could play him. He could
play him.
He's old in the comics too. Like Red Hulk, he's an old man.
Well,
in the
to
comics.
keep doing it, like I don't think he would want to keep doing it.
Yeah, like you don't need him to be like in the motion capture shoot, but you could have him voice it, or you know, have somebody like similar voice it. Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
What was the guy who played him before? You could even actually bring him back if something happens or whatever. They were both great fucking Thunderbolt Rosses. Sam.
Yeah, Sam.
Damn, why can't I ever remember his name?
With the mustache.
Yeah, Sam Fisher.
Sam Elliott?
No. Sam Elliott.
There you go.
Thank you.
English Hulk.
Oh, the original one, yeah.
Yeah, he was a damn good fucking. He was a great Thunderbolt Ross, man.
I like William Hurt. I want to see him keep playing. He's not that old, so he could still play him for a few more years. And I want to see the Red Hulk at some point. I wouldn't mind seeing that. But I think they're definitely building up to a Thunderbolts, Dark Avengers kind of hybrid kind of thing. And Baron Zemo is out there too, and he led the original Thunderbolts too. So that we could see him come into play too. So that has me interested for sure. She's gonna Florence Pugh's gonna show up. She's already been cast in the Clint Hawkeye show, which I guess more of a reason to check out that show. We're gonna have some new Black Widow hunting down Clint Barton, so that should be interesting. Maybe that's part of the main story. Her hunting him down, and she'll show up at some point to, kick his ass for supposedly killing her sister. But Rick, what about you, man?
So I kind of really liked it, and I'm glad that you started pointing out a lot of stuff because a lot of things just started connecting in my head, and I'm not sure if people have made mention of it yet. So I love the family dynamics that they add. All of those parts, you can just cut them out, and then we have the rest of the movie, right? It's the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a lot of the same beats and lots of the same.
It's the Winter Soldier, dude. You have Dreykov, and that's Robert Redford's character. Like the overall big bad, the corporate. I was behind everything kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a big machine that controls everything. All the computer that controls.
Exactly. They're in the Red Room. That's the fucking helicarrier that they were fucking on at that fucking end, and that I'm just like, now that you said that, there's so many fucking parallels to this shit, and I'm just like, I love all the Black Widow stuff, but I think this is why I didn't have the stakes. I've seen this before.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Are you guys getting lazy on me? Because this is probably why this movie's not doing as. It had big potential. If this was, like you said, right? If this was released earlier, I think it would have been like.
I think it was if it was released on time, and I think it would have more of an impact. I think there's so much space in between the Marvel shit, and then this coming out. Like, oh, we waited a year and a half for this. Like, that's not really worth the wait. Like, this would have been fine during pandemic. At home, I would have paid $20-$30 for this to watch it at home, and this would have been fine. But I don't know, to like be, one of the big first Marvel movies to come out in theaters, it was just kind of like, okay, it was fine. It was entertaining at parts, but it didn't blow me away. It didn't like, oh man, this is a game changer. Like Winter Soldier was a game changer when that came out.
I think it's the best Marvel movie still to this day.
I consider it like one of the best. Yeah,
Easily.
And then it gets better every time I watch it, man. It changed the game for what these Marvel movies can do. Like, it doesn't have to be the same cookie cutter, like paint by numbers, Marvel, get your villain that looks exactly like the other your opposite side and shit, and like which is the kind of the trope they kept on doing for a lot of the movies. But yeah, the stakes weren't great. The villains are the main thing, man. Like Taskmaster really irks me, man. Like it's such a great villain.
He's kind of like a Deadpool.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I love
what I was thinking.
Yeah, I love the stories that I have with him and Deadpool going at it. I mean, he even replaces Deadpool at one point when like Deadpool just like retires. He's like, I don't want to. He's fucking chilling in fucking Acapulco eating chimichangas and shit. But you know, Taskmaster's pretending to be Deadpool so he can, you know, Deadpool Inc. can keep on making money and shit.
Yeah, he's a great looking character too. Like a cool visual. Like it looked like somebody pointed out it looked like a Beetleborg, or it looks like the Guyver or some shit.
No, not the Guyver. No way. To me, the first thing I thought of, it looks like a Cobra agent, like a bat.
Yeah,
like, or scrap iron and shit. Yeah. But I'll tell you, I didn't like Taskmaster. I mean, they could have easily just put the daughter in there. They didn't have to make her Taskmaster.
She's just she could have been an evil widow, like they call her the Red Widow or some shit, or just kind of, you know, if you're gonna go the opposite route on this, like you're gonna do the Taskmaster shit when just buy off of Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
it just like, looked goofy too. It just looked goofy when she took off that mask. It was like this is supposed to be an impactful moment. I was just kind of giggling when I saw that shit. I was like, this is not really.
She's a badass actress.
She's really good.
Olga Kurylenko, she is fucking badass, and I think kind of they did her wrong in this.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, she's fucking sick. She can put up a fight in movies. She's she's done so much action movies that she probably knows how to do all these fighting things. She just needs to kind of like a little bit of direction, but she's legitly a good action star. Why didn't they just?
Yeah, they put her in a suit. All you've seen of her was her top of her head. That's it. And I'm pretty sure she's not the one in the suit. So
I'm hoping if they put a different person in the suit, that's some bullshit just to have your fucking face shown, because you could have did so much more with that actress, man.
Yeah, and just a waste of Taskmaster. I hope they might retcon this like they did the Mandarin shit. We're gonna get the real Mandarin showing up in Shang-Chi, but hopefully in a couple of years we'll get the Taskmaster was a new Taskmaster, like the comic accurate Taskmaster, because he has some great storylines with Captain America and too, like when he fought Captain America in the 80s. Training supervillains. Either he has like a school of supervillains that he trains. So I just want to see that kind of stuff, because I want to see the villains amped up for this next phase. We got a lot of heroes coming in. We need a lot of villains coming in. They need some shit to do for the next 10, 15 years. So I want to see.
Once X-Men come in, the villains are coming. Yeah, I think
they both have
and the Fantastic Four. Yeah, they got the best villains, man.
Yeah, so we're gonna get some good villains coming in, because they kind of went through their villains. Like they did Ultron, they did Red Skull, they did
they don't have the rights to Annihilus, do they? That's Fantastic Four. Yeah, see, that's the one I was wondering. I was like, they need Annihilus.
They have what's his name? Yeah, we have Galactus, all his little heralds, like Firestorm and what's his name? Arax. What the hell is it? The guy with the axe. Terrax. Terrax. You have the Super Scrolls. The
Scrolls are coming, right? That's all.
Well, we had the Scrolls. We had the Scrolls in Captain Marvel. We need.
They're already here.
Yeah, they're among us.
Mm-hmm.
They are.
So yeah, I think we're going to see some cool shit. Hopefully coming forward with the villains really taking center stage. But yeah,
I got another thing that kind of bothered me. I just thought about the movie. So, the Red Room has all these badass chicks that they're training that could, just break away from their conditioning and overthrow them all at any point. The guys that were in the full tactical bodysuits had no marketable skills whatsoever. They got taken down like immediately. I don't think a single one of them throws a punch the entire fucking time. It was pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
I didn't see the point of them.
Yeah, have some kind of threat, like have them some kind of like trained threat. Like it's just kind of we need something to fight and easily take down. I thought that that story point too was like, you smell this magic gas and all your programming's done. It seemed like an easy answer, like an easy fucking way to get around that shit. So I thought that was like, I think the storytelling was a little too simple for a lot of this. And if you want to make a spy thriller. Like it needs to be a little bit more complicated, a little bit not like complicated where it doesn't make sense, complicated where it's like the
Make it
twist.
smart.
Smart. I think I think
Make it
that's
smart.
Yeah, this was like kind of a dumbed down spy paint by numbers thriller. This wasn't like, like I said earlier, it didn't really have an edge to it, which it was lacking at. If you want to do a deadly spy, hot chicks in leather, killing a bunch of dudes, it needs to have a little sexy edge to it. I don't know. This was just it was okay. It was a meh kind of film. It was okay. It's entertaining for the most part, but it just it could have been a lot better.
I think the whole
This
thing
also could have had sorry.
Go ahead.
This also could have been a kind of a standalone Domino film from like X-Force, I guess, because there's a lot of moments where like when she's jumping off that the Red Room helicarrier thing at the end, there's just the parachute there, and she just grabs it and fucking jumps and like is the luckiest person alive. And I was like, this could be replaced by Domino, no problem.
Yeah, very very convenient for sure. But that was a cool sequence.
That bothered me a lot.
They were pulling the scene from the end of the Muppet movie when they're all jumping out of the thing and they're all flying and shit.
You almost want to hear the fucking Bond music fucking hit,
A little bit.
Yeah. It was fun though. It was an exciting scene. But yeah, definitely the standouts was I think Yelena. Yelena was definitely a badass. I can't wait. I really hope that she's going to be more of a role going forward, which I think she's a good actress, man. Everything I've seen her in, like the Fighting with My Family, and a couple other things I've seen her
Midsommar.
Oh yeah, I just watched that the other day. It's good.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, Rachel Weisz was okay. She didn't really do too much. She was kind of almost like barely in it, really. She was kind of gone for most of the film. But I did like that the prison scene with David Harbour when he's just like boasting about all his adventures as the Red Guardian and stuff. I like that a lot. I thought that the agent dude, the one that was hooking her up with all the equipment and stuff, I thought that was a pointless character. What was it like? He just came in to like awkwardly like get cucked by everyone and just didn't really feel like he was doing it. He was no real purpose to him. He just there to like. I thought that was going to turn into something else. Like, was this supposed to be like a romantic interest? It's supposed to be like a twist with this kid. Like, what was the point? Like, he was kind of pointless. I think it was just kind of a throwaway character. They wanted to put that actor in for some reason, but I thought that was kind of a
I was watching something about that guy, and they were saying the character in the comics is supposed to be the Tinkerer's son. And if you think about who plays the Tinkerer in, what was it, Spider-Man Homecoming, you're like, I don't know that I see them being related at all, but
well, yeah. I don't think that's good. I think they're going to go a different origin with that. I wouldn't mind seeing more. Like the widows were kind of like underwhelming too. Like they were supposed to be badass and. Scott, and Black Widow just comes in and kicks their asses for most, like that whole part. Like there's supposed to be like 20 of them. They're supposed to be on the level of her, and she's just like the most badass prime one. And she just kicks all their asses for the most part. Yeah, it's kind of sloppy a lot of this movie, but it's still it's entertaining. It was something to see.
Maybe the guard is so inept because they wasted all their money on the program for the widows. It's like, well,
we only have like, we hired CSC for.
It's like you hired stormtroopers. That's what the fuck they did. They hired fucking like the fucking Cobra fucking throwaway fucking soldier that always runs around in the blue fucking suit. That's what they did. That's their extensive enterprises security. But dude, that movie, I think that end credit scene with what's her name? What's the character's name that they have? Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Val?
Yeah, Val.
Yeah. Valentina. It's got a long name.
Yeah.
Val.
She's the Madam Hydra in the comic.
So I think her appearance in that scene is like kind of huge. I would think that I would rather have seen that first than her appearance in Falcon and Winter Soldier. I think
a lot more impactful.
It would have been super impactful because now it's like, oh shit, she's building her Thunderbolts or her Dark Avengers.
Yeah, I think they're going the Thunderbolts route. I think they're going to combine those two storylines of Thunderbolts and Dark Avengers. I think that's what it's going to do. Yeah,
and they did do a bit during Secret Invasion, so I wonder if they're going to come out during Secret Invasion.
Or lead up to it, like, in the Secret Invasion comic book, that's how Norman Osborn gets into power. He's the one that kills, he's the one that saves the day. So and so they give him control of what was it, Hammer? It's yeah, I could see that. I don't know if they're going to use Norman Osborn though.
Could you imagine if they kept Willem Dafoe though?
That'd be cool. I'm okay with that.
That'd be nuts.
Oh shit, dude! That's my Marvel birthday gift for this guy right here. Keep Willem Dafoe and fucking do the Dark Avenger storyline.
Yeah.
Iron Patriot would be fucking awesome. That'd be sick, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of all over the place, but still kind of worth checking out for sure. All right, I'm gonna end the spoilers here. Any other spoiler things we want to talk about before I end it?
I fucking think that this movie is more or less Florence Pugh's movie more than it's Natasha's at the end. It's a kind of a transfer of the character, which I fucking dig.
Yeah.
And I think this is the way when you're gonna pass a character to another character. This is probably the best way to do it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Good point. All right. So end the spoilers. No more spoilers. All right, we're back. If you're still watching or you're watching it muted. All right. So one thing I want to talk about before we go into the pool list is I saw this on the Screen X, Regal Cinema's Screen X. So this is the screen that pretty much goes. It's pretty much surrounds you. It pretty much you see the main action happens in the middle, but then it's kind of like the sides are continued. So you see like this scene clip from Captain Marvel right there. It kind of it's kind of interesting to watch a movie like this. I think it didn't work for this movie because it's I don't think it was I think it needs to be made for this kind of thing where it's they shoot extra on the sides to like kind of have this experience. I think this would probably work better on like maybe a Star Wars movie or a racing movie, like when you're in space flying around. This would probably look really cool.
Underwater movie.
Like an underwater movie. They did like the intro, like you know how they did IMAX. They did like the IMAX, like showing off all the things it could do and stuff. They did it for this. There was like a little 2-minute little kind of trailer what it's capable of, which that was cool. Like yeah, like they showed some shots underwater. They showed you like flying in space, and they showed like some racing stuff. And that it was cool. Like the intro stuff was cool, but during the movie, it kind of takes you out of it a little bit because sometimes because some of the scenes weren't really made for it, so they take like a little bit part of the edge of the scene and they kind of stretch it out. So a lot of times it was kind of distracting when they and not all the scenes had it. Only like when there was like an action scene or whatever, it would jump to like.
So it would pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was kind of jarring, and sometimes it wasn't
kind of weird.
It wasn't in sync sometimes, so the sides would pop on before the scene would happen. So it was kind of jarring. It was kind of distracting on some point. So I don't know if that was part of the thing or part of the movie, but it was interesting to just like see a new kind of technology and see a movie a new way. I don't think it worked for this movie, but it was definitely like it was interesting for sure. Like I think movies, if more movies were shot specifically for that, it'd probably be a lot cooler if they were.
I think Avatar would be a good movie like that.
Avatar,
probably.
Yeah.
Well, the forest,
or like Star Wars, like a
Star Wars
would be cool. Like if something to do with space would be cool. Like if you're outside, if you're like in a spaceship and you just see the stars on the side and stuff, and going through hyperspace would be like really awesome.
I think exactly like that. Like you said, I think you know what it is. When you do something like that, it needs to be like an environment. Yeah. Like if you're like in a cave. It'd be like kind of weird to fucking just like, you know, everything goes dark, but you can see little patches of light in like I'm gonna fuck this up. Stalagmites are from the thing. Stalagmites. One of the two. But whatever's taken down, you got like the light reflection. It'd be nice to see if like you're watching like, you know, The Cave or something, and you see what's in front of you, but you see like light reflections off to the side or whatever. Or like what was that one? The new one with God, I just fucking watched it too. Deep Water or Deep Underwater or fuck. Cthulhu makes it a fucking appearance at the end of the movie, but underwater. Oh. Yeah, that something like that where you give you that atmosphere. Like Sphere would be awesome on that kind of fucking thing, you know. ID4 would be great.
I was thinking Days of Thunder would be cool. Like,
Days of Thunder would be awesome because you would get to see the cars fucking passing by.
Anything that has like any kind of first person kind of thing.
Speed Racer.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Like if Flash Is like
Ooh,
when Flash is
yeah.
running, you got the fucking Speed Force
Oh,
going.
you could just
like,
see
running
him go
around.
by all around. Yeah.
That would be fucking cool if they shoot some shit like specifically for it. I'd be more inclined to like say be more excited about it. It's definitely cool to see. I'm glad they're kind of like trying some shit, because you got to make the movie going experience like different. Because a lot of people are like, it made like 60 million. Black Widow made like 60 million at home. Like people are they're gonna make money like no matter what. And you got to get people enticed to go out in the theaters and doing shit like that. At least they're trying some shit, which is cool. Like I definitely am curious to see what other shit they want to try. They got the 4DX stuff going on. I still want to try that one.
4DX is fun, man, but it takes the right movie.
Takes the right movie for sure. So yeah, you can't just watch fucking Steel Magnolias on 4DX. It wouldn't fucking work. But something else would like shit like Jurassic Park would be a lot of fun. Like,
I wish there could be a campaign to start a lot of those older movies.
Yeah.
To because the thing is they'd be like fucking rides. Imagine like E.T. just fucking you're floating around with Elliot and E.T. fucking flying across the moon and shit. You get that fucking feeling.
And like the much maligned episode 1, man. Imagine the pod race on one of those. That would be a lot of fun. You got to make it an event. You got to make it worthwhile and make it cool. So yeah, hopefully
Got to pay the theater employees more to clean up after that too. A lot of motion sickness, I imagine.
Yeah, but it would be so much fun, man. And you know what? That's when you can actually justify the price of the ticket. Because I think the one that I did that I liked, believe it or not, was the Blair Witch. I saw the Blair Witch like that, and it was pretty good. It gives you that kind of like they pump a smell, so it gives you that like mossy, foresty smell while you're like in the theater and shit. So it kind of puts you more into like the suspension of disbelief, which is kind of awesome. A Quiet Place, anytime they panned up, you felt your chair just kind of rise and like look around with them and everything, which was cool. But imagine fucking Goonies fucking going down the fucking thing, water spraying in your face or
absolutely,
or like or even the kart race scene in Temple of Doom. Those scenes are iconic, and those scenes would be so much fun to fucking like just ride out. Yeah, we should start a campaign.
Those images you brought up kind of reminded me of that John Carpenter tour a little bit. The screen he had stuff on the sides, kind of. But it looks like some executive producer was like, "We need to crank this up to 12."
Yeah, it's interesting technology for sure. It kind of distracted at some points, but it was kind of cool at the same time to see something like new and different. Like I've never seen that before, so it's cool to see something a little new, a little fresh. So hopefully they actually shoot some shit that goes with the movie and actually makes correct the timing too. The timing was a little off, and the seats weren't that comfortable either. That was the other problem. They weren't recliners. They were just like standard theater seats. They would go back, but I'm used to the recliners nowadays, man. I want to put my feet up.
Comfort is key now, man.
Comfort is key.
Comfort is key.
The seats weren't the best. Like if they put the recliners in there, I'd be a little bit more inclined to be a little bit more excited about that too. All right. So yeah, if you've been watching this far, please like and subscribe to the channel. Be like Spider-Man. Like and subscribe. Follow the channel. Turn on the notification bell so you can know when we're jumping on. We got our Loki review after show. Our final Loki tomorrow. Very sad. Very exciting. Can't wait to see what's going to happen. It's very all our we're all going to be happy or all going to be mad. I think it was a great run no matter what. This is definitely my favorite of the MCU shows. It might even be my favorite comic book live action show. It's up there for sure for me. It's been fun so far. So hopefully they stick the landing tomorrow. And look out for us more shows Tuesday next week for SF Company Hour number 87. So yeah, cool. All right, let's see. All right, so let's jump to the pull list. Pull list is stuff you picked up recently, stuff you want to talk about. Comic books, movies, books, CDs. People still buy CDs, right? I know I do. Just something you picked up, good or bad, something you watched on TV, something you listened to, something you want to rant about, rave about, whatever. Something. The more complaining, the better. So, Davis, what's on your pull list this week?
Oh, mine's pretty uplifting this round. Recently, I read George Takei's "They Called Us Enemy." It's all about he was a young boy, but he was a child that was in the Japanese internment camps during World War II. Learned a lot about that oddly enough, they don't teach you a whole lot in U.S. history, you know. And
You leave
also
some of that stuff
on that,
out.
yeah. And then on that note, I also read Backdurf's Kent State for Dead in Ohio.
I heard that's really
There was
good.
a lot of it's really, really good. Actually, I think it's like Hondo's one of his pictures up on his Facebook or something, and I was like, I should read that
he's
because
right. Yeah,
I've
he's
read
right.
Dorf Backdurf's other stuff, and it's all his stuff's really good.
Yeah.
What book is it?
Was it
Kent State?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was four people got shot. Was it 68 or something like that?
Well, 4 people died. A lot more people got shot and injured and everything. But it's real crazy that, I mean, I always knew that there was protests at Kent State for the Vietnam War and all that, but there's so much more that you don't know about. Like, the National Guard had been awake for like 5 or 6 days straight or something because there've been riots, protests and stuff all week long on college campuses everywhere, and so they're all deprived of sleep and kind of delusional. And the Durf, whatever his real name is, he interviewed a lot of people. He's from the Ohio area, and I guess he knows a lot of people that were involved in the situation and met a lot of them, and it's pretty ridiculous, as you can imagine, I'm sure. But then I got one more thing. I finally picked up my copy of this Monsters, Barry Windsor Smith, and it is awesome. I'd heard great things about it, and it is incredible. I really enjoyed it. So if you can pick that up. He spent like 30 years writing it and drawing it and everything, and the story is pretty riveting, and it's just great.
All right, yeah. See, I wasn't going to pick it up, but Davis, I kind of trust Davis. Yeah, I finished that Twilight. Whoa! Somebody disagreed.
I got my own monster.
Sylvie's not on.
Yeah, that Twilight, the Twilight Man. That was my. I read that last week. Yeah, that was a Davis recommendation. That was a good one.
It is. Yeah. He really got screwed over by the entertainment business.
Yeah, he did.
It's just what you hear about.
Yeah. It's pretty brutal, yeah. But he was such an innovator and such a guy who was pushing fucking boundaries, man. Such a great read. Definitely check that out.
I was wondering about that though, Ray, because I know you are. Once people say everything is really good, you kind of steer away from it. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. So yeah. Yeah,
I picked up Monsters. I skimmed through it. I didn't really see anything that get me juiced about it, but I hear people have been raving about it. So maybe I'll check it out. If I find it used, maybe I'll pick it up and check it out.
There you
go. All right, Mr. Effort.
Dude, so I finished watching Fear Street 1978, and as much as the first one was like influenced by Scream, I'm fucking in love with this movie now because it was influenced by Friday the 13th. It's that camp horror, and I think there's a slight influences of what's it called too, Sleepaway Camp in there as well. I fucking just love that shit. It's a slasher movie. The slasher's fucking great. The kills are great. The kills are brutal. I'm excited to see the next one already. There's a reason why, like, people I say that Jason's king when it comes to slashers. He's probably spawned the most people paying tribute to him. Like, you got Hatchet, you got this. There's what is it?
There's a lot of Friday the 13th.
American Horror Story did 84, which is pretty much Jason meets Richard Ramirez, which is fucking dope.
The verses everyone wanted.
Yeah, it's a crazy verses. I didn't know I wanted it, but it was pretty damn cool. But yes, Freddy doesn't spawn this shit, or I mean Michael Myers does, but not Freddy doesn't. So fuck Freddy. But this movie is, if you're a fucking slasher fan, if you're a horror fan. You might disagree with me because you're like, oh, well, is this, is that? I'm like, you know what? Get over yourself. Slashers is supposed to be fun. This is fun. This is like a whodunit, kind of like Scream used to be, or not even a whodunit. Why is it being done? They're trying to figure out a lot of shit,
and it connects to all the stories connect. Dude, I'm fucking so excited. I can't wait to see the next one. I'm like pushing. This is a movie that I've been pushing now.
I'm gonna watch it probably this weekend. I'll probably watch the first two for sure, and then the third one comes out Friday, right?
I hope so. I think so. It's either a 1 week or 2 weeks, but yeah, it's they're fun, man. Fear Street definitely is a fun watch, and it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
So I'm sure everybody has access to Netflix nowadays. So definitely watch that shit. Yeah, Fieldy liked it.
He's all about it.
He was under the covers the whole time.
All right, awesome, very cool. All right, I have a few things. I picked up a Red Skull, the Red Skull in his classic '70s uniform right there. There you go.
Cool.
Yeah, it's got a little the cosmic cube and a different face sculpt. I do like the face sculpts on them. They're both pretty good. Yeah, so good, fun Red Skull. Yeah, I might have my other figures and beat them up later because nothing's better than beating up a Nazi. Picked up Skybound X. So this is we got right there. We got future Rick Grimes with a lightsaber.
Oh shit!
So this is I haven't read it.
What's that called?
It's called Rick Grimes 2000.
Rick.
So this is kind of like if Rick Grimes woke up at it's like in a futuristic kind of thing, and like you see this is like almost like a retelling of Walking Dead, and you got to see the governor right there. A little spoilers right there.
Oh shit!
It's kind of interesting. So these are not going to be reprinted, like in trade paperbacks and stuff. So you have to actually buy the comics to read these stories. So it's a bunch of different artists and different creators from the Skybound universe.
Skybound.
You got his Clementine story from Walking Dead, the Walking Dead game. You got so it's interesting too. So yeah, definitely check it out, and it's getting people to like actually go to comic shops and stuff. So that's cool. I picked up Snake Eyes Dead Game. This is the last issue of Rob Liefeld's Snake Eyes series. What makes this issue pretty interesting is that a bunch of people ink him. So different. There's different inkers on different pages. So Philip Tan inks a page, Ed Pisker inks a page, Jim Rugg, Willis Portacio, Ryan Otley, Tom Scully, Jerry Ordway, Kevin Eastman, Neil Adams. So I'll just pull up a couple of It's kind of weird seeing these different guys inking Rob Liefeld. It's pretty insane. You have Neil Adams inking Rob Liefeld right there. Look at that Destro face. So it's pretty interesting.
Looks like Dead Man.
Yeah, he does. It definitely does. Yeah. And where's the here and Kevin Eastman and Rob Liefeld. That's quite a combination. So it's cool to check out. It's cool just it's cool seeing all these collaborators with Rob Liefeld inking Rob Liefeld. It's pretty interesting book for sure. I've read a little of it. The story's not great. It's just like whatever, but it's fun. I like Rob Liefeld. He's cheese for sure, but he influenced so many damn people. Like shitty, like whatever you think of his art, you know what a Rob Liefeld drawing is, and you know you can pick out his art for sure. So what he's done for the comic book industry on a whole, I respect the guy. I like the guy. Everyone and all those people hating on Rob Liefeld and talking shit about, oh, you can't draw this, can't draw that. That's his style, whatever. And I guarantee you motherfuckers were first in line for fucking.
They can't draw. They can't draw as good as him. They're just jealous.
That or you were first in line buying that X-Force #1, and you fucking you enabled that motherfucker to be as popular as it is, and now you want to. Since it's trendy to shit on Rob Liefeld, you know. They jump on the fucking bandwagon. Yeah, I think that's it for mine. Oh, Cannibal Apocalypse, John Saxon. Yeah, it starts off strong. It's definitely like a B movie. It starts off strong, kind of ends kind of in a whimper. Wasn't too juiced on it. Like I needed some more. It's called Cannibal Apocalypse. I needed some more of Apocalypse, more Cannibal. Yeah. But I was kind of disappointed. Also, I started watching Godzilla Singular Point on Netflix. 3 episodes in. Definitely better than the shit that came out a couple years ago. The Godzilla anime that was on Netflix. It was just a sterile, kind of a boring fucking Godzilla show. So far, the Singular Point. It's the Godzilla hasn't. I'm 3 episodes in, and Godzilla hasn't really shown up yet. But the characters are fun, and it's more of an anime, like classic anime kind of style of like these characters, but they're fun. The characters are fun and kind of they're fun to watch, and it's kind of interesting to what they're doing with some of the characters. Like Jet Jaguar shows up; he's a part of the storyline, and it's so far it's interesting. I'm kind of intrigued. I think it's 13 episodes, so I got 10 more episodes to go. I'm kind of digging it. I've heard mixed reviews on it, like from Godzilla fans and stuff. So I like they're doing something different. I've seen some of the designs for like the characters and stuff. They look definitely different, and they're trying new shit. And I'm enjoying this way better than the last Godzilla anime, because that was fucking bored me to tears, and it was just stale and it's just kind of boring, and just the characters were just one dimensional. Just didn't do anything for me. But so far this is good. Singular point. It's interesting, kind of a fun watch so far. Let's see, got a couple of things going on. Laurie, apparently Q is back for Picard season 2. That's interesting. Yeah, he's still up there. Well, I haven't seen that guy acting too many things. Are you guys going to watch any panels at Comic-Con at home? No, I'll see the highlights. I don't need to see people talk. Like, it depends if there's some movie panels, but a lot of the major companies are not going to participate. Like,
no DC, no Marvel.
DC, no Marvel. So, yeah, I don't really care. I'll watch the highlights, and if they release some trailers, I'll watch the trailers. But as far as like anything being like oh, I got to watch this panel, I don't really care. I want to see that shit live. I don't really care about seeing it like some room full of people talking. But if some see some interesting pop up, some like cast, talking about some stuff I like, maybe I'll check it out. But are you guys doing any Comic-Con at home things, Davis?
I haven't looked at the lineup. When is it?
I think it's like 2 weeks. I think. Yeah, I think. Well, it's all spread out. Like everybody's kind of doing their own Comic-Con, like without being a Comic-Con. Like Hasbro's doing. I
watched a couple things last year, but
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, like Hasbro, I know is doing some events. I know Super 7's doing some things. I know, Super 7, and like a lot of these individual companies are like they kind of like they don't really need Comic-Con. Like when the internet's involved, all you have to do is post it online, and people are going to see it. But some people still want to have that label of San Diego Comic-Con because that carries some weight in some circles. But a lot of people are like figuring out they can just do their own thing. Like Disney a couple years ago, like, oh, we'll do our own convention, we'll do our D23, and we can do all handle the narrative and handle do all the shit on our own terms. And so that I think a lot of people are doing that doing that their own. July 23rd to 25th. The schedule is available online. Okay. Yeah,
I'll look it up.
Yeah, I'll look it up. If there's something like major, like, oh, I got to check out that panel, which I don't know. I'll hear some highlights and people will post it, and we'll definitely keep you informed about what's going on. So yeah, it sucks that it would have been a good chance that we'd be going this year. So unfortunate, Comic-Con's not happening, but we'll make some other things work. All right. Let's see. 9991 stupid. You guys remember Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp? She was the guy in the comics. She's an example of good tokenized character. Ghost was kind of a know nothing character in the comic though too. Like it's one thing you take a know nothing character and switch it up, but Taskmaster was a very awesome character in the comic, and just like, man, Taskmaster was so good, and there was no reason for it. There was no reason to. It was just for a little twist. Taskmaster was
Ghost more of a character too. They gave Ghost more of a story and let her talk and things like that. So
the Ghost in the comic was a no-nothing character. You can easily like did something with. Taskmaster was a girl just to be a girl, nothing to do with sexism, but her portrayal sucked. Yeah, I agree. It was just you wanted to make that twist, and it looked goofy as fuck too. And she had like you saw her floating head off on the suit. Just didn't. It was kind of lame. It was a lame twist and kind of a waste of a character. So I'm hoping they retcon that shit. Pull a Mander in a couple years, and hopefully we'll see the real Taskmaster. And I don't know. I didn't need that twist. It was kind of a lame twist. I didn't need it.
Taskmaster could be like a title. They can just put the next person as Taskmaster now.
I want to see
the program.
Yeah, and it sucks that they made the powers like just tech. I'm surprised they didn't make it Star Tech.
Right?
I'm so surprised they didn't fucking throw that in there. It's Yeah, it was lame. I didn't like I didn't like the look. The comic is so iconic. The look is so iconic, so badass. And so yeah, I heard rumors that they didn't want to make it too like the comic because China's like got some issues with skulls and like the dead and stuff. They got some weird thing about that, but I heard that's kind of backtrack too. That's not really the case. So I think they screwed up on the design and the reveal. It was a lame attempt to like fool the audience and twist and like do this like big reveal that was going to shock like meh. It was like whatever, man. It was like kind of a lame fucking thing. Brandon Meow, Lori. Next year will be my 10th year at Comic-Con. Hopefully you can go next year too. Hopefully, yeah, that's the plan. Hopefully you can go to San Diego. Yeah. There's definitely other places I want to check out Comic-Cons and stuff. So, yeah, she 991 stupid. She Claire's at Black Widow, and that was it. Her first appearance gave me goosebumps. So sad. Yeah, it was cool. They start off kind of interesting, like cool, like, and it's yeah, didn't say anything. It, like said a couple lines, and that was it. Like it was that was the reveal. And
you know what it is? It's almost like the muting of Deadpool.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of felt. It's the muting of
X-Men
Deadpool.
Origins Wolverine. Yeah, just let's sew Deadpool's mouth shut and take away like one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Very much
shout for
so.
sure. Yeah, it was lame. I thought, yeah, it was a lame attempt. Yeah, down on that one. All right, let's jump to hidden gems. Hidden gems stuff in your collection, stuff you want to show off that maybe some people might not know about. Just like you going back at school and you show off your new toys from the summer vacation. So Rick, we'll start with you, man. What's your hidden gem this week?
So my hidden gem is different this week. So I've always put movies and everything. So my hidden gem is Krista.
Aww.
So this is Lady Grayson. So just Lady Max Effort. The person I watch all the movies with and everything. Yeah, so we enjoy all the time watching all this nerdy shit together. Ninja Turtles, G.I. Joe, Cops.
That's where you're.
No. That's not the Cops one. No, the Cops cartoon. The Cops cartoon. COP.
Why are you sweating? Because I was watching Cops.
Yeah, Cops. Dun, 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 dun. The cartoon, man. Come on. But yeah, she's my hidden gem. We go to ball games together, 1-1 right now so far for the Giants. So yeah, so we can still keep going to games. So this is my hidden gem right here.
Oh.
Okay, my spotlight. Go away.
She does go up in value. So.
And there we go. And you know what? Episode 86, first appearance.
There you go. Wow. Yeah,
I'm honored to be a part of this.
Lady Rick.
We're breaking kayfabe. Kayfabe is dead.
It doesn't exist. Yeah.
I think that's the best hidden gem we've ever had, really. Glad to see Chris's face finally.
Number one. One.
Put it in the book. Awesome. Very good. Happy to see. All right. Yeah. Now you wonder why Rick's always smiling. So yeah. Take a look at shows from the first fucking the first fucking year. Couldn't even put Rick on camera. You so
Depressed. You didn't want to say it. You're sad.
Sad Rick is not good Rick. Awesome. Very cool.
Oh, fuck. He broke kayfabe.
Joey has the best timing, I swear to God. Davis, you want to bring your wife in?
I was about to say it's midnight. She's been asleep for a little while. Should we go wake her up and everything live on YouTube?
This is my gym, my Dr. Doom pillow that I hug and squeeze in.
I'm writing that down.
Oh, that's cute.
So what do you got, Davis?
So I went up to visit my uncle, who is a collector of all sorts of shit, and I was talking to him about comics and stuff, and he was like, "Hey, you want some old issues and stuff?" So he gave me a small stack. So we've got Luke Skywalker Pariah number 60.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's great. I think that's is that Protasio on the cover?
I can't read the signature. I'll look it up and get back to you though.
Yeah, I think he did.
it's pretty cool looking cover.
Sienkiewicz. It might be a
I don't know
Sinclair.
if you can make out the signature.
Oh, that's a Walter Simonson right there. That's Walt
Is it?
Simonson.
Walt
Yeah.
Simonson.
He would draw like a little
Um,
Stegosaurus in his signature. Like that was his signature.
Oh, cool.
Because he loves dinosaurs so much.
My uncle was a big Spider-Man guy, luckily. So we got Amazing Spider-Man 198.
Oh, I love that cover so
Mysterio.
much. Yeah, it's a great
Yeah.
cover. That's a fucking cool one. Yeah, I love Mysterio.
This
Great
one,
book.
I'm not much on Stilt Man, but I love that he's blowing up the
That's a
logo
great
and everything. That's
That is a great.
One-
Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
237.
Silverman's not the best character, but yeah, that's a fucking awesome cover.
Spider-Man 252.
Oh, I
That's
love
a
that.
good one.
One of my
Yeah.
favorite books. That's worth some bread right there. That's a good money book
got-
right there.
Web of Spider-Man #1.
Great cover.
Which that
Classic
one, that's
cover.
an awesome cover too.
That
Yeah.
is a great cover.
Yeah.
Was it Friends? Ron Friends did that cover, I think. I forgot who, but that's an amazing cover. I
What
love
was
that.
the number on that one? 121.
Web of Spider-Man #1
One.
and
And then
Spider-Man
we got
252 was the other one.
Uncanny X-Men number 160, which is kind of Ilyana Rasputin's getting
Oh,
abducted by Blasco and all that stuff, which
Another great cover.
I guess it's kind of her origin, I guess. There's a
Yeah.
mini series that goes into it more. But
Yeah.
and then the gem of them all, I'd say, is Amazing Spider-Man number 238.
Oh, that's good. Name.
Oh, that's a good cover, man.
Classic
And
cover right
it's
there.
it's got the little tattoos in it still too, and
Oh,
yeah, it's in
There you go.
perfect condition.
Oh wow,
Pretty awesome.
that's a great haul right there. Yeah, that 252
Yeah,
is
dude.
that's worth some money, man. That's the first alien costume right there. That's worth some bread.
Yeah, he was like, this is kind of a wedding present. I hadn't seen him in a while, so I was like, all right, cool. This sounds great.
Awesome. Who needs fucking Tupperware, man? You get fucking first appearance of alien costume, man. Yeah, those are all fucking really good books, man. Yeah, those are all fucking
Yeah,
winners,
dude,
right?
definitely.
Man, I'm kind of disappointed in my hidden gem. Everybody has cool hidden gems.
You've got your pillow. It's fine.
Yeah, pick some dust. I don't know. But I actually know my hidden gem's actually pretty cool. I'm reading. I'm continuing the reading the Mark Waid Flash. This is book 6 in the series. This is when Paul Ryan takes over the book, the art of the book. When I was younger, I didn't really appreciate Paul Ryan's art. He was just going from Greg LaRocque to Oscar Jimenez, Carlos Pacello, and just going these great artists on the book, and then going to Paul Ryan's art, which is good, but it just like at the time I was just used to a certain kinetic energy for Flash. But over the years, I kind of went back and appreciated Paul Ryan's art a lot more. His run on Fantastic Four, his run on Avengers is really good, really underrated artist. So this is continuing Mark Waid's run. It's good. It's got some some great storytelling in here. The Rogues are back from hell. This is
Which runs do they do? I mean, which arcs are they?
This is Flash 119, 129. This is after Dead Heat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is after Dead Heat. Some great storylines. You get the Rogues coming back. They were in hell for a couple years, and they come back. There's some Trump parallels with some right-wing character in here. Got some interesting political stuff in here too, like some predating Trump. So some good stuff in here, man. There's some good storytelling, some fun stuff. Wally gets kicked out of Keystone because I think he's kind of attracting these villains to Keystone, so he gets booted. So he moves to Santa Marta, California, a made-up town in California, where they kind of embrace him, and just has some great storytelling beats, some great moments with him and Linda. I'm really turned around on Paul Ryan and just his art and just his storytelling ability is really great, and just underappreciated, man. I wish I can go, but unfortunately he died a few years ago, so I can't can't go back and apologize to him for not appreciating art, but his art's pretty damn good.
Oh man, that's great.
Yeah, it's very understated, but it's I like what they do with the art. His Wally West is pretty damn cool. This also has Rick, you might be interested in this. They have a one-off issue of the Flash and Nightwing.
Oh, nice.
It's basically just Flash and Nightwing kind of going on a road trip and kind of going to like a Winchester mystery house kind of a situation where they have to kind of solve a mystery in this like weird house that somebody built and kind of deals with the alien invasion and stuff. Some great moments with Dick and Wally, kind of see like their interactions as best friends and stuff. So It's definitely a must read. I highly recommend this. It's the next volume is volume 7, which has Chain Lightning, which is not the best crossover. I'm going to reread that one too. Maybe I can maybe I'll make some sense of it. But the Paul Ryan, underrated artist, gone too soon. But his run on Flash, his run on Task Force, got some great shit, man. That's my hidden gem. Paul Ryan, Wally West, Mark Waid. And where tomorrow we're getting they're kind of fixing the Sanctuary storyline from Heroes in Crisis, where they made Wally West a murdering bastard. So tomorrow they're gonna finally retcon that shit in Flash Annual 221 for 2021. So finally Wally West gets redeemed, and he's back to being the Flash in the Flash comic for at least for now, which is I'm okay with because I love Wally West. So it's Wally West week here at the SF Comic Book Co. I love Wally West, man. Yeah, great run. Yeah, Mark Waid and Jeff Johns run are great. Glad to finally see Chris's face. Finally, yeah. I thought she was made up for the longest time. Let's see. Honored to make an appearance, you professional nerd.
Too good to be true.
Hi, Lori, my fellow cat person. Hi, Krista, fellow cat lover and glasses wearer.
The bonding has begun. It's you know what? This is like now at Lori and her meeting is probably going to be like the antithesis to me and you meeting. Did we just cause the apocalypse?
Let's hope.
I don't know. Cat ladies of the world. What is that? My cat? No. Okay.
Awesome. This was an eventful show here. all kinds of shenanigans. Awesome. All right. Well, yeah, this was a fun one, man. I'm glad we got Davis on for this one. He's the perfect guy for this one. Yeah. You brought the heat. Brought the heat this week, Davis, like always, man. You got the new mic, got the camera. Like, oh man.
He's got he looks like a DJ right now, man. He's working from home.
Yeah, his DJ sets on 12.
He just needs the on-air thing on the back behind him right now. Like, I would love like the red sun.
You gotta work on that background, man. You need
I have an applause light somewhere. I'll bust it out one day. I have one that I can flip on. So
that would be
a friend of mine got me one in high school because they were like, when no one's around to laugh at your dumb jokes, here's an applause light.
It applies to us. It applies to us.
Yeah, we definitely need people to validate us for sure. Lori loves the smell of napalm in the morning. Always fun, gentlemen. Laughing cat. Awesome. Davis, anything you want to say before we get the hell out of here?
I don't really have anything left to say. I think I said it all this evening. We left it all about everything that I've liked. Yeah, that's about all I got right now. Thank you.
Awesome. Effort.
In the words of Bill and Ted's, be excellent to each other. That's and then more words from the Beatles, dude. All you need is love. So just be good to each other. Yeah, all you need is love, guys. Like just be good to each other out there. Be excellent to each other. Yeah, it sucks that we just see just so much bad shit just being bombarded with it. We just gotta keep treating each other with respect and just courtesy.
Curtis.
Awesome. What are you doing?
Nicely said. All right. So yeah, check out follow the video, like the video, follow the channel, give us a thumbs up. Tell your friends about us. Word of mouth is how we get most of the people to watching. So please, tell your friends if you like geek stuff. And it's always fun getting people in the chats talking with us. Getting new folks in. So yeah, we appreciate people joining us every week. And our schedule is going to be weird, changing here and there, and we're still going to try to do this show every week, no matter what, because we have a lot of fun doing it. And whatever happens, this show will live on as much as we can. Until the apocalypse that we already set forth. So, yeah, thanks everyone watching the live show. Thanks for watching if you're watching the on demand after the fact. And leave a comment. Tell us about what you thought about Black Widow. We want to get some more comments, more discussions going on in the chats after the fact too. So yeah, follow us on the social medias. Ray Doomzilla, Max Effort. And we got our SF Comic Book Co. Instagram and Facebook, and check those out if you want to see some cool news and cool comic book pictures and such. So yeah, do all that crap. All right, let's get out of here and let's have a good week, and we'll see everyone next week. And look out for the Loki show tomorrow around 12 o'clock our Pacific time.
Oh.
Tell them, Philly. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon. And you guys be safe.